Live life.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Lying to me right off the bat.
You know it, bro. Lying like it's
you,
my job.
you went into you went into Showtime mode, you know what I mean?
Yep, lying like
Customer
it's my
service
job.
mode. How are you doing? I'm great, sir. How are you?
Yep, you know it. Great. How are you? That will be $200, please.
Right. Yeah, at least at my
All
job.
right.
I don't know. It's weird.
Waiting.
I'm very weird at work. It can be anywhere from a $7 sale to a $700 sale. It is the wildest discrepancy of sales I've ever been in. Uh, so, what are you up to today? What's your project plan there?
Okay, so we are going to start off practicing these five locks and maybe a couple substitutes for the Blue Whale Challenge. That's when you pick white belt through blue belt in one continuous go, and you got like 10 minutes to do it. I did it last night in like 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm
That
kind
is
of,
awesome.
I wonder if I can get it under four. And then I'll
What's your blue?
probably be like, what was that?
What's your blue belt lock?
98 Pro.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I figured. I was just wondering. I mean,
My, I,
you might not be surprised to hear this, but I heard about that, so I had to rake the blue whale.
yeah, I have a substitute that I may use. That's a best SFIC. So picking that to a random shear line is
That's
blue
that
belt. So,
that one in your hand right there.
yep, this one here.
Oh, nice. Where'd you get that?
eBay.
Oh, kick ass. Was it that? Did you get that specifically, or did it come in a bundle?
It came in a bundle.
That's tight.
Yeah, it had that one. It had maybe a master lock. I usually do that. I'll like go on and be like locks, and then I just look at all of the locks of the world, and then just see what's ending whenever. And if something's like a low bid or whatever, I'll watch it. And
Okay.
then if I just so happen to be looking at my email at that time, I'll maybe throw a bid out. Maybe I won't. It is what it is.
Well, you check out enough of them that you'll catch one here and there. You know what I mean? Instead of
That's exactly.
you have one that you have to watch too much, or you feel bad you didn't stay watching, or
That's it, because there will be another one. Because there are literally at any one time, especially antique locks like that, there are just thousands of them.
Yeah,
So
dude. So much so that it's absolutely intimidating if you're not somebody that dabbles on eBay and stuff. I don't know who's a good seller. I don't know, especially early on in the lock world here. I don't know what's worth the price or what kind of thing. So it's like it's a pretty big random crapshoot. You got to start whittling your way through to even know like what to get or where to get it. Kind of, I think so.
yep. Basically, I only buy, especially antique locks. I only buy them if it is so cheap that it's like I just found that at a flea market. Like that. That's the only time I really buy. I'm not dropping 70 or $100 on antique locks.
Right.
So we're talking like $20 and less. Like almost
Right.
always, you can get them as long
Yeah.
as
Anything like if you get boned on the deal, then you're like, no big deal.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you
did
score something, then it's an awesome score, like you got there.
Yep. And I only buy like the bundles with the mortise cylinders if there's like you know big names in it. There's a Medico in there and a couple multi locks and a Sergeant. I may buy a 10 lock bundle if I know that the couple locks in there are worth more than the $10 a piece or whatever. Because those
Yeah,
bundles usually go for like they're like $50 usually.
that's pretty much how I kind of look at it. I look for if there's one or two things, like you said, I can recognize, or go, oh, I would like to have that. And then if there's more, then it's like, oh, okay. Hopefully, it's something in the rest of that bundle works and is
So
cool.
we got Jim in the chat. Good morning, Mr. Random Jim. How the heck is it going?
The random man himself.
That's it. I was actually thinking about your problem. You need to get some like cloth bangles. That way you can put them on your wrist.
Oh,
Something to run interference for you.
yeah. Actually, I was thinking. Well, the thing is, man, like, even just like, I don't know, it's weird. I got yeah, I got weird skin sensitivity, like to cold, and then like I can't stand. Weirdly, I can't stand stuff on my wrists. Like
Okay.
I can't wear a watch, I can't wear a bracelet, and I really don't like a constricting sleeve. But I also can't stand pushing my sleeve up my forearm. So if I have something that's slightly constricting, I spend all day pushing it up and pulling it down my forearm because it just bothers me. So,
You have
and
any
the reason we're
idea?
talking about this, Jim, if he's our only guy, is because I forgot that I have like a skin allergy to cheap metal. So I wore the cuff stack so much yesterday that I'm scratching. I stayed up all night scratching ever loving snot out of my wrists. So apparently I'm allergic to my hobby.
Definitely tracks, man.
Yeah, it tracks. Oh yeah.
I got a question. Do you have any idea what belt ranking those Brinks aluminums are? Are they yellow belt?
I mean, they can't be possibly be higher. I wouldn't even make them yellow. I would say it's
Hmm.
white. Other than, I mean, there's technically a security pin in there, so
Yeah, I want to say that there's two spoolies in there. I think that's what Lock Chuck saw when he tore it apart.
yeah, I think so.
LPU. LPU Belt Explorer. Let's take a peek.
I mean, yeah, that's the worst lock I've I have ever had.
Brinks. Brink
The only thing the,
164. That's it. It's
the only
yellow.
thing easier to open than that lock was the 7430.
7430. So that's a baby Avis. And what's special about the
Mm-hmm.
74? Is that no? The 8 pin is a 76. Is a 74 a 7 pin?
Or 7230. I'm sorry, did I say 74? 7230?
Oh, okay. 7230.
Yeah,
So it's the same
it's
as,
yeah.
yeah. So it's a 6 pinner
Yeah, it's
with some
basically
security pins.
smaller than, yeah, and it's just like it's a it's a twinky little open, man.
Huh. And it
I'm
raves.
just gonna
Wow.
pick some. I'm gonna pick easy
Okay. So
things.
this is a yellow belt too. So that's the first job of the day. We'll do this blue whale challenge. See if we can get ready for that and then record it later. So we're gonna pick a master lock number 3, master lock 141, an Abus 5540 for orange,
Nice. Is that the
and
one
then
you
I'm
threw?
I'm on. Yep, it's the one I threw. It's the only one
Oh,
I
that's a
own. The
bummer. I
only
love
orange
that
belt
lock.
lock. Yep, it's the only orange belt lock that I own. So that's kind of why it was like very interesting that I saw the
Fortuitous.
glint and saw it,
Yeah.
that because it was I saw a post on Reddit, maybe somebody getting their uh, blue whale patching, and I'm like, shit, I'd
Yeah.
like to do that. Completely forgot about that thing because it's been going on for like a year, and oh shit, I forgot all about that. And then I see the lock, so it's like, huh, somebody wants me
Yeah.
to go get that patch.
I'd heard about it, but Doc was doing it, and she was telling me about it again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And that was right when I found out I could rake that pack lock. So I was like, I was jumping out of live. I was like, well, let's rake the blue whale. And someone was like, can you do that? And I was like, no, no, you're not. It's not. That's not what the challenge is. But of course,
I'm going to be honest with you. If you can do that, he'd probably be cool with that because that's something that I don't think anybody ever thought. Because once you're like, oh, I got to get the Hoy to blue, you're like, shit, I can't rake that.
yeah, I never honestly. I mean, I would have thought of it in the back of my head, like, oh, me, because I want to rake everything. So I would have thought kind of in a backhand way,
Oh,
like, oh, dude, I want to do that some point. But literally, it was right as I was raking that 98 Pro, and I was like, oh, I have a blue. I was like, and I just did the Ruko 500. And I was like, I got the whole run here.
God, I can't believe you're raking Ruko 500s. I have a Ruko 500 I still can't open.
I can't pick it yet either, man.
Speaking of Ruko 500s, you missed my live this week. Frickin' Pocket Women blew open her Ruko 500 that was like her kryptonite forever. She's had it forever, and she's always been like, "Is that a Ruko on your screen? Is that a Ruko on your screen? I can't pick this Ruko." And she freaking blew it apart.
Hmm.
It was awesome.
She leveled up.
She did
That's
because we were
awesome.
talking about like how to pick that thing, and it's like I tell everybody the exact same thing. First thing you do is you go in and you're just tapping pins up. You're just pressing up on them. If it's binding, you press up on it. Once it clicks false set, then you know it's time that you need to start float picking. That's when everything feels like it's locked up solid, and you just go in and you release tension as you tap on the pin, and then you just kind of change the angle in which you're tapping on the pin. Sometimes you're tapping to the right, sometimes
Yeah,
you're tapping to the left. Just tap, tap, tap,
it's
tap, 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 tap,
what you
and
call
eventually
that.
it'll break loose.
You call that you call that raying it. So
That's
when
it.
I'm going through a lock and I'm jiggling it, I literally in my head, like if I get away from jiggling it, my brain goes ray it, ray it. I
Mhm.
don't say jiggle in my head anymore, right? I say ray it. It's quicker. It's a quicker admonishment to myself. But yeah, you've taken over the word jiggle in my head.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're making your
Um,
mark, my brother.
that's it. That'll be my mark on locksport. It'll become the Ray test.
That'd
I'd
be one
actually
of your
be
marks.
okay with that.
That'd be one of your marks.
All right. I know that I had these keys laying out somewhere. Where the hell did I put it?
Chev is in the chat. Hey, Chev,
What's up, Chev? I sent
Mister.
him the link last night. Says like, hey, if you're around, fucking come join us. If not, come join us anyway.
Right? Whether or not you can do so.
There it is. I thought I lost this thing. I looked down on the floor because I opened up my. I've been really starting to fall back in love with Jimmy Longs because you get new picks, you get different picks. You have to try them out, playing with them. So I've been messing with Mophis lately a lot more, and covert instruments, deciding because I got those handles from 44 Delta, so it's like I'm
Mm,
testing to see if I'm gonna bother buying them because I think they're gonna be pretty expensive. So I'm like, do I really love what covert instruments does? Because I'm sure that the profiles will be very similar to what they currently have. But anyway, I'm like messing with them, and it's like I should get back to Jimmy Long's because he had the got some stuff in the past couple weeks. So of course
oh
I,
yeah.
I ordered some because there was a few sets that I have a lot of Jimmy Longs, but they're like the V3s and the
Right.
15 now. So I didn't have like the intermediate set, the ones with the turning tools, stuff like that. I didn't have the gems. Um, so I really wanted them. So of course I was sitting there like a jackass whenever they came live, and I bought them 5 minutes in, and they'll be here tomorrow, and I'm super excited.
Nice.
So I've been kind of getting back into the Jimmy Longs, getting the love because they're or are they really good picks?
Yeah, I have gotten away from using them. Although very recently, um, I've pulled out the flat, like the medium and deep flat hooks that I first got, and been using those, and I've been getting some success with that. So it's always nice to go back to using them. Yeah, I'm all over the place with what picks I use. I've got all my set. The only set that's pure is that Lawlocks set I just got over there because I haven't mixed it up with everything yet. But like all my sets are just all scattered and mixed and assorted together.
Yeah, see, that's something I don't do. My OCD won't allow it. Um, they have to stay like, here's my bare bones,
Yeah,
and it's bare bones picks with bare bones turners.
I
And
it
I just can't do it.
I can it, and this is what's weird about me, man, is I'm either part of me is totally there or I'm totally it's either all or nothing on that. But I have both. I have that too. I just currently am not in that because I'm using so much different stuff. And my brain is like, I want available what I'm using. And my brain's like, that's the important thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
so
mean,
like that
honestly, pretty much everybody's making really good stuff. You know what I mean? They're just all really, really good in their own very specific way. Like Jimmy
Wolfgang, what's up,
Long's,
guy?
hey, morning, Wolf. How's it going? Um, all the pick manufacturers make good stuff, but they're all like
Yeah.
good in their own specific way. Like Moki's, they're pretty, they're strong, they're nice, but he only makes them in 20,000. So that's a bummer. Jimmy Long's,
Oh,
they're
I didn't
freaking
realize
great.
that.
Yep. Jimmy Long's,
Only
they're freaking great.
20,000s.
Only 20,000. Yep.
Huh.
That's the only bad thing about Moki's. I mean, it's the most common pick that I'm going to reach for is 18 to 20,000.
Yeah.
But if I want a 23 or a 25 or a 15, you have to go somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah, see that matters, man. And
Yep.
like look, after this amount of time, I've bent up and broke picks from everybody I have picks from. So, you know what I mean? Like I one, my important thing is I need a lot of stuff. I need extra crud in case stuff bends or breaks when I'm trying to use it. So whether it's just, stacking up stuff from one supplier or having stuff from different people, it matters to me to have enough stuff, you know. And then I love trying it all, man. I love playing with it and trying to, like you said, everyone's a tiny bit different or better or good, or you like it for this reason, and you don't know that till you mess with this stuff.
They're all good in their own way. Jimmy Longs they're great, but you can't get them all the time. You know what I mean? You can't break one today and be like, "Oh, I'm going to buy a new one." You
Yeah.
have to like be scheduled. You have to set an alarm like I do. I have to set an alarm on my phone and I have to be there waiting because you need to be there within the first 20 minutes or you may not get anything.
Oh yeah, you got to be a Jimmy sniper.
Yep, exactly. You gotta have to set an alarm and you have to say, it doesn't matter what I have going on at that time. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and I'm gonna buy some shit online.
Because you're about to ruin
Yep, I'm
image and
about to
style that
make
they
my
use
pay.
too.
Yep,
Sorry.
I'm about to make my pay and for balance. Have a baby.
Right.
That's
We're gonna roll
exactly.
that we're gonna roll that four to a 16.
You know it, and that's another thing I love about Jimmy Long's. I can buy it on pay in for. How
Yeah.
awesome is that?
Well, and his prices are awesome. I mean, it's not, like honestly, if I just came into Locksport today and I heard how much people raved about Jimmy and jumped on his site, I would be amazed that I only had to pay that much to get his product.
For real. That's an absolute fact because pretty much everybody else that makes comparable picks, they're twice as much.
Yeah,
Once you
it's
get the
it.
handles for Mokies, they're 10, 12 bucks or whatever. Um, bare bones or 7, 8, 9 bucks or whatever. Once you put the handles to them and stuff, Jimmy's. I expected them to go up when he did the mass production, but they stayed the same price, and it's mwah,
Mad respect to him for that, man.
magnifico, magnifico.
Mad respect.
That's what they would say in Italy.
Magnifico.
Magnifico with the chef's kiss. Mwah.
Oh yeah, bellissima. I don't know what that word means. I heard somebody say it once. Oh man, I have like 2 hours of broken sleep.
Oh, that sucks, man.
This brain is not functioning, man. I mean,
God,
it's functioning less than it normally does. Oh, there's that key. Huh. I was looking for that key.
that's what I was. That's what I started saying earlier. It was like, huh, I was looking for that because I was opening up the little package that I keep my Jimmy Longs because I have I don't know 20 different Jimmy Longs picks, so I keep them in a lockjaw uh, Book of Secrets case. But I started keeping
Oh, okay.
like a few of them in this little case here, just the ones that I use most often. And I opened
Oh
it
yeah.
up, and I forgot that I had just tossed the tensioners in the center, and they started
Uh,
falling out.
yeah. The old
So when
tension
I looked
pile.
down, yep, when I looked down to pick it up, I found a multi-lock classic that I had thought that I had lost.
There's our
So that's
magnet.
pretty nice. Oh, it's sexy.
Yeah.
Got myself in trouble saying that this week.
Sexy.
My, yeah, I had my live stream on Wednesday, and then I had cut out of my live stream a little early because it was my sister's birthday. So we went to our birthday thing, and I was talking to somebody in my family, maybe my brother. I think it was my brother, and I was talking about hobbies, and we're talking about my YouTube channel, and he's like, "How's it coming?" I'm like, "I got fucking 300 subscribers. I'm on top of the world." Um, but he's like, do you do anything else on your channel? I'm like, I've been trying to branch out and do some like put some knives on and other stuff that I enjoy. So I actually got this week a new knife.
Mm.
This knife, and boy, is this a freaking nice knife! Brand
Who's it?
new CJRB. It's Artisan Cutlery.
Okay.
They came up with a new spray form powdered steel ARSF2, and they
Oh,
released
that's
this knife in it.
yeah. I think you were talking about that.
So this is freaking cool. And I flicked it open and I was like, this thing is damn sexy. And my wife looked at me and said, what the hell did you just say? I'm like, I said it was damn sexy. And she's like, about a knife. And I'm like, you bet your ass. So that was
Oh
how
yeah,
my
my
Wednesday went.
yeah, my wife's often she's happy to see me excited, but she doesn't quite get what the impetus is. She just knows that, like, okay, you said something and then the word lock, you know, or handcuff. You're all
Yep.
you're all
My
happy.
wife looks
Cool.
at it. I'll order, whatever. I haven't bought any locks recently because I just bought that knife and it was kind of expensive. It was almost $100. So, um, no new locks this week. All that and the Jimmy Longs because I had to buy $100 worth of Jimmys too. So besides the point, no locks we're buying this week. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to buy any locks this week. And she's like, oh, so you have them all already? And I'm like,
Right.
whoa, 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 all?
She
I could
immediately assumed
buy.
because you couldn't find any.
Yeah, it's like because if I would buy $500 worth of locks every paycheck, it would take me 50 years to frickin' buy all the locks. That'd take forever.
Oh, I wish I
Look
could
at Chris.
try.
Chris Capoon has a collection that literally he's concerned about the floor fatigue in his house.
Well, it collapsed his whole workshop once, so
Like it's
he
the
he
guy's
has
got like a toolbox filled with locks that weighs like as much as a car.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy how fast that weight starts stacking up, man. Like I got to
For sure.
reinforce my cage around my desk because I got some stuff stacked up on top. My cookie tins full of locks, and if I start stacking any more up there, this thing's gonna start wiggling and eventually come down. So it's time to reinforce.
Yeah, I didn't. I was going through and picking some dimple locks this week, and I didn't realize exactly how many dimple locks I've accrued because I
Oh,
didn't
nice.
start picking dimple locks till I was like picking black belt locks already. It was like, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to do this thing because all of the black
Oh
belt
yeah.
locks, freaking besides like three, are dimple locks. That's an exaggeration. There's more than three that are
No,
not
no,
dimple
but
locks, but
that it's
yeah, there's a lot.
definitely if you want to
You know,
play
it's a higher. Yeah,
in
good.
that playground, you got to learn to play that game. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because it's like you look at it, it's like just the dimple being a dimple, it's higher security. They don't like put standard pins in frickin' dimple locks. Even the lowest dimple lock that I have has frickin' spools in it, or there are 15 pins. You know what I mean? It's like they're just tough locks.
Wait a minute. I think I have a standard. Well, we should bust it open and find out. What about these easy little uh, what are they? The Bovies? What's in those?
Oh, that see, I forget all about that. I don't even consider that a lock because you could put like
No,
a zip tie inside of it and open
you're correct. But that
it.
makes me that just you saying that begs the question: what's actually inside this stupid thing? So we might have to find that
uh,
out.
I would be very surprised if there was anything other than
Just it's
four
got to be just
terrible
standard.
standard pins.
Yep, has to be. But it's worth to find out.
That was what I would use for like a rake or like, hey, you need to open something using not the right tool. That's what I grab
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
because I
I
can
got
open that using,
we're good.
anything.
Oh, I had the yellow one that I opened with everything I could find. I gave that to Stu because he started doing some dimples. I gave him a
Ah,
few.
that reminds me when I'm done here, I need to watch Lady Luck's latest video. I flagged it because I didn't have time to look at it at the time, but
Yeah.
I think the thumbnail was like I opened handcuffs using a nickel, and of course I'm intrigued.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I gotta go see it as soon as this is over. I want to see it.
Hopefully, I'm on the desk at work so I can watch it there.
Hmm. I think my wife is in the chat. How about that? Let's
Uh-oh.
go see what she has to say.
This is Ray.
So I'm gonna mute for 2 seconds and then go see what the heck she has to say.
Do it. Go easy on him, ma'am. He's a good guy. It leaves me here. I don't think there's anyone watching or in the chat. So I'm essentially talking to myself, and that's not uncommon. I just got to be careful I don't drift into the same things I talk about when I'm actually about myself. Oh yeah. Where's where is where did I put it? I didn't put anything. No, my coffee's in. That's what's important. Okay. Oh, that
I'm
scared me.
back.
I thought I broke something. It's like noise. Oh wait.
So, so I go in and she's like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to let you know I was awake. I'm gonna go back to sleep for an hour."
Nice.
You know it, bro.
That's a
So,
That's a power
okay.
move. That's a power move.
I forgot to ask Wolfgang this morning if he was going to join us today. Speaking of joining us, anybody who's interested, Chevy or anybody in the chat who's interested in popping on, I always put the link in the description of the video to make it nice and easy. Whatever. Okay, come on and open. Jeez. It's his bidding that makes this lock hard. It's
Which
got
lock is
like
that?
the Abus, the orange belt one.
It's so you're gonna have to if it's like any of these other ones, you just gotta like set pin one, and every time you do anything, you gotta come back to one and set it again. It seems like
Yeah,
it
so
seems like
it
it's
has,
everybody that picks that lock kind of ends up having to do it the same way. I think they're like they only made one kind or something.
yeah, this one's the 5540, so it's a little bit different, but I got a high lift and then a low and then a high and then a low, and it is a pain to get that front one.
Yeah.
And then this one without freaking bumping this one because this one barely needs set.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a
That's one of my
super high lift.
that's one of my favorite locks, man. That's the first time like I understood what the hell y'all were talking about with counter rotation and how to what a spool felt like, and it just
Yeah,
and like the 150, I kind of could feel it, but it wasn't as consistent. That thing, I always felt it. So
yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the time, you're picking like the 140. I'm pretty sure that they don't have spools in them anymore.
I,
I
you
think
know,
that
I
they're just
I just started seeing people say that there was spools in the 140, and I thought, okay, I am in the wrong timeline because there's not spools in a 140.
yeah. It doesn't feel like it definitely doesn't feel like there's spools in any of the ones that I bought in the last year.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy to me that I've somebody said that that's a thing. I mean, I know there is in the 150, but I've also had I saw somebody say there wasn't any in the 150, and I was like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, what happened? Like, are we in an alternate universe? What is going on here?
No, I live in the stupidest timeline. It's
I do have a Master Lock 150 in my Amazon basket for the next time that I order from them because
I
I've
gave
never had
my
one.
I gave my Abus 55 and my 150. I sent them to my son so he could get going on some spools and
Guess
have
who has
something
all
that
my
does nothing.
140s? I gave
What's
my
that?
son all my 140. I gave all my son all my 140s
How old's
because
your son?
that's about where he is. He is 20.
Oh, nice. My son's gonna be 24.
Yeah, he doesn't practice though, so he's pretty much a yellow belt. So they're
Yeah,
perfect for him.
I think
He's a
my son.
poker.
It's when he here and there he goes through spurts. I think of practicing and trying it. But he did ask me because I sent him the Sparrow cutaway. I had
Okay.
it pinned with three pins, serrations, just to give him something to kind of start practicing with on that too. And he was like, "Hey, do you got more pins for this?" I was like, oh yeah, dude, I actually meant to send all that with, but so I got to send him the follower and pins and springs and stuff for that. Hopefully he's
Very,
gonna
very
pull it
nice.
apart and play with it that way too. You know, that'll be nice.
Awesome.
And then I got some more locks and some pics and stuff I gotta send him. Oh, and I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him a what is it, Civivi? One of those that little Civivi knife.
Ah, nice. I got some Civivis. I got one right here. Oh,
Yeah. Well, as I explained to him, you're a metal nerd,
I am.
and with you, Bando, and Not Too Dead, just being knife guys. If you guys are all like, "Yep, that's a good knife, that's a good price," then I feel comfortable snagging it. You know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
And I feel comfortable like sending it to my kid, being like, "You're gonna like this."
Yeah, for sure. They use good materials. They use good micarta. They use most of their knives are either in Sandvik 14C28N, which is a great steel, and they do a great job with the heat treatment, or New Jersey Steel Barons Nitro V, which is very, very similar in composition, uh, but holds an edge just a little bit longer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there are what are the three compositions that are very, very similar? 14C28N from Sandvik, Nitro V, and I think it's AEDL. Are all very similar in composition. And yes, I'm a steel nerd, and I actually kind of fell into doing steel stuff at my work, heat treatment of steel. So there's a lot of overlap in the science of heat treating, you know, knife steels because they use a lot of stainless that we use in tool and die making, as well as tool steel. So
That's dope.
very, very cool. One of these days, I will expand and have five hobbies, and I'll go from collecting pocket knives to putting a forge outside.
That's tight, dude.
One of these days. One of these days. And it's definitely going to happen because they're almost so cheap now that I can almost not buy one. Like I can't not buy one. You can get a decent propane forge for like $50. It's crazy.
Yeah. I made just like a little DIY one for messing with melting down, aluminum and casting some stuff. Um,
That's
and
cool.
I was looking into just, upgrading my home setup at that time. This was years ago when I had space for it though. And even then, I mean, it was more than that, but it was just to buy a rig wasn't that bad. If you were in the hobby, it was kind of the least expensive one to start diving in, kind of. Let's go back and pick it. Is there anyone down in the chat? No. All right, cool. That makes it easy.
Oh, well, here we go. I forgot to look and see if anybody had taken me up on my offer to come in. And we
Uh-oh.
got Chevy in the house.
Hey, how's it going?
Morning.
Ooh,
Morning.
Actually, it's
Jesus.
Yeah,
nighttime for you, but
yeah,
Yeah,
11 p.m. here, roughly.
good morning night.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I figured I'd take you up on your offer.
beautiful.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm
Oh,
doing
I'm
pretty darn
struggling.
good. Can't open this lock for shit, but we're okay.
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on in this lock.
I mean, I think it's almost kind of good. I think I kind of needed this to have some locks come into my life that would humble me. Um, because, I sit down and pick at least a couple black belt locks every day. And I think maybe I needed to be humbled a little bit. So this orange belt lock is really tough for me. I got this purple belt lock that's my new kryptonite
What's that?
with barrels. It's an ASA Maximum Plus restricted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 6 pins. They're all barrel spools with the counter milling. It's a hard lock.
This should be a fun one though.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Let's put it that way. It's hard for me because every time they're in ASA for the in the beginning of time they used gin spools, and then in like the 90s they switched over to barrels. So you can get the same lock with barrels or gins. And I
Yeah.
love picking gins. So every time I would get an option to buy one, it's like, I want the one with gins. I want the one with gins. So I bought gins, and I got really good at gin spools. And I didn't buy anything with barrels. So here I am opening black belt locks. I've never touched anything with barrels. So it was like I was jumping into the deep end of barrels, but not knowing how to frickin' pick a barrel.
That's weird.
I'm getting better, but yeah, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Here's where I am
Oh,
with
you'll get
this.
there.
So
I've
I
got a
started
couple
with
locks humbling me as well.
What?
3 pins in it. It's nice and easy. Put 4 pins in, still pretty easy. Put 5 pins in, I can open it no problem. Put in the 6 pin, and it becomes unpickable. It's like, what is up with that 6 pin? So I started progressive pinning from the back. So then I started progressive pinning from the front.
Right.
And
Oh yeah.
I still can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I watched Artichoke's videos again. Um, I watched Lady Lock's videos because she picks them a little bit different. Um,
Yeah, she's got that scooping
I tried,
motion she likes to
yeah,
do.
I tried them both ways, and I'm telling you, I'm shit out of luck both ways.
What
I'm
are you
doing
picking,
something
Chevy?
wrong.
What am I picking?
Yeah.
I am picking Multi-Lock Interactive Plus.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, got the Interactive Plus here. I never
Interactive Plus
realized
is
the so the Interactive Plus differs from the Interactive. It has undercut milling in chambers 3, 4, and 5 in the Bible. So the
Huh.
spools get caught on the milling in the Bible. It's like right about halfway up in 3, 4, and 5.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
it's not.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's not doesn't like heavy tension at all. So like right now, I'm just tensioning it with some keys,
Oh,
and
wicked.
be su- you'd be surprised like how much feedback you can get just from using the lightest of tension with these pin and pins.
Oh,
cool. I love
I
that
would not be
idea.
surprised since one of my favorite games is tensioning a lock with another lock when I'm raking it.
It's the perfect idea. Use like a little master lock or something.
Yeah.
It's probably the most use you'll get out of it is as a tensioner.
Yeah, and it's weird sitting there with a couple different locks to see which one is the right weight, and then how you change the angle you're holding in it. It gives you a different amount, so you can kind of just ramp up and get a little more leverage out of the lighter lock. Or it's an odd thing. Like as soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, dude. Like I haven't even thought about keys. I was like, there's so many key rings laying around here, and that's a great idea.
Yeah, you totally just add them on, right? Just a little bit of weight at a time and figure out.
Yeah, you can microdose your weight.
Among other things.
Yeah, God, I love that idea. That's awesome.
I'm the most awake I've been this morning in this moment. because I
You
love a
guys
good
got
old boy.
coffee this morning?
What's that?
You guys got some coffee?
Oh, yeah. Already been
Right
mainlining
on.
that.
Yeah, I do as well.
There's no way I'm not gonna. I barely slept last night, and I got to go to work in a couple hours. So
Oh yeah.
there's gonna be probably a couple more pots of coffee in me before the day's done.
Yeah, I usually got to get a good 4 or 5 cups in for sure.
All right, let's try this knot in the vise. Multi-locks are fun, they're interesting, but I think they're my least favorite dimple locks. I don't really
Really?
like pin and pin. Yeah, I don't really like pin and pin.
They got to be my favorite. Multi-locks in general. It's just got such a big pin, such a huge keyway, so you don't have to deal with the warning and all of that. So I love the multi-locks because of that.
I do like the multi-lock 7x7. That's a super fun pick. Not hard, it's just fun.
Oh yeah, really fast spoolie pick. Yeah, the 7x7s are a lot of fun.
I do have a decent amount of them. I got a couple clones, and then I got a couple multi-locks that are the serrated variety, the brown belt ones. I do have
Oh
an
yeah,
interactive plus like you have. I didn't realize that the Bible was uh, undercut as well, because I knew that there's undercuts inside the
the
outer
key pins.
pins
Yeah,
that the key pins catch on. So it's like undercut freaking everywhere. That's really cool.
yeah,
And then I have a
yeah. I always thought.
classic.
Oh yeah, classic's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always thought the Interactive Plus just had better tolerances because I didn't know the difference. So I recently just found that out myself. So I went and had a look inside the lock, and I can see it in pin 5, and I can feel them with like a deep hook in pins 3 and 4 because I can't take the top of this off.
yeah. See, the
Yeah.
interactive plus used to be a brown belt lock on uh, LPU, and it was
Yeah,
recently downgraded. It was removed.
yeah. I was chatting there on Lockpick Serious, and they're potentially thinking of putting it back to a brown. So they want
That
to,
would be good.
a bunch of the guys want to check all the chambers and make sure it does have that extra undercutting, and it's got, you've got all the undercuts on the key pins, and so they
Yeah,
may bump it up because the multiple security features.
yeah. Which
I
there
just want to
is.
see.
When I did my video on it, you click and double check the undercut. All of the on all of the pins. It's definitely not a purple belt or whatever that it is right now. It just isn't. It's hard.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah, it's
hello to
tougher than.
Ryan Fitz and Dog Picker are in the chat. So hey to those cats.
Hey, good
Hello,
morning.
hello.
How the heck is it going?
Dog Picker said, "Is there a difference if you pick early in the morning or late in the evening?" Oh, for me, it's all day. Yeah, like
For
between the
sure.
arthritis and the age, it takes me a while to get like my body parts lubed and moving. So morning sucks always.
Son of a gun. Why is this stupid lock not opening?
Oh, there we go. It's pin 5. There she goes. So I've got a couple humbling locks here. I've got Miwa U9. Actually, got a couple of them. Got 2 Miwa U9s with 9 unmastered levers. So they're the black belt 2. And then I've got this Alpha FB. I think this is 12 pins. So I think it's a red belt. And I'm not having any luck with either of them. Certainly not the U9. Super difficult. The FB, at least you know, they're all mushroom pins, I think. And I'm getting some movement and stuff, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Yep, the U9 is definitely a tough lock. I do not have the BB2 version. I have it. Mine's red belt.
Oh, okay.
Still a hard freaking lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't quite figured it out. I've picked the DS. I guess it's the Blue Belt, wafer lock. It was
Yeah.
like an eight pin, I think, 7/8 pin, or wafer, I guess. But yeah, this one's just a whole different beast.
Yep.
Smaller
That's what's the S
keyway,
key.
tons of false gates. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a couple of them here.
Yeah, mine's that doesn't have any mastering, but it has. I think it's the old style. It has some
Oh yeah, check out.
serrations and it has the little false gates, but it only has seven levers instead of
Right.
9 levers. Which actually, I kind of want to look at that now that I'm thinking about it. Because I was curious. I remember pulling it open, counting the levers, putting it back together, but I didn't. Um, I don't know what's taken up the space of the missing levers. I was
Must be
curious.
spacers.
Yeah, I'm sure that it is, but I don't remember. We're going to take a peek. There she is.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, I love me some Japanese locks. They're freaking cool.
Oh, they
Miwa
operate
and
so
Gold.
smoothly.
That is the thing about, I love that about Gold locks. I mean, they are just, it's like they just glide.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, I've held one. That was a nice key action, man. It
All
was
right,
smooth.
there's the ring, actuator, spacer ring. That's okay. Need a screwdriver. Okay, let's use screwdriver. Oh yeah, that's way too big. Got a baby screwdriver bit in here, and I do. I love this little gutting kit from 44 Delta. So it came with like a little 3D printed tray that you can put some followers in.
Oh,
Came with
nice.
a tray
Oh
that
yeah.
sits on top. It goes in an Altoids tin. And because I bought a crap pile of his magnetic handles, I had a couple extra magnets. So I put them on the
Oh,
side where I can put a pair of pinning tweezers on the side.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those magnetic handles are really nice. I saw them in one of your
Oh, I love
lives.
them. Yep.
Oh, they look
For the
sweet.
Mokis, the Moki ones are so nice. So nice.
Yeah, you have them sold them on me, sold them for me. There, I love those, especially in that color. The handles you got.
Yep, that's gold and black is the color I got. It looks kind of green, but it's
Yeah,
gold and black is what it is. All right, buddy, come off there. I think there's a clip. All right, buddy, come off there. Holy
I,
crap.
I just got my buddy to print me off a couple disc detainer picks, some of the Lock Chuck's
Okay.
oh, nice.
design here. So I
Very
think I'm
nice.
going to start to try and get into disc detainer picks. I've ordered some grub screws and stuff and some proper ejector pins, so I've got to wait for those. But yeah, I've got a couple here to try and test out.
That's awesome, man.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. Okay.
Seeing you unleashed on a whole new grade of locks is gonna be great.
See, I can tell somebody in Locksport had this before me. because these side pieces come off pretty easy. So somebody was used to
Take it apart.
they progressively pinned this.
I wouldn't even know how to take that apart. I'd be worried about that.
Yeah, if you look at what's his name? I think it was Norland. Michael Gilchrist, I think, is the one that did the video on progressively levering these. You
Oh,
remove
okay.
these two side things and pull it off, and then you can take out the levers and spacers and put in just what you want and put it back together.
Yeah, that would
So
be the
there
way to go
is,
because it seems like a difficult lock. I feel like I'm going to have to progressive pin if I want to get anywhere or just get lucky.
yep, there is a blank space. No, that's not a blank space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levers.
Is that a cat at on one of yours?
Yeah,
Not
my
here, I
cat.
don't think.
My
I have
cat's
a cat,
meowing
but he
at my
just.
wife. She's
Oh, okay, man. Like I thought it was one of my cats. I keep turning my head to kind of like listen to see what's going on. And then I just realized I was like, wait a minute.
cut in half.
Oh, so the white stuff is the seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What the heck? Wait a second. Wait a second. That is definitely a lever right there. Hey, what the heck is that?
Is it a spacer?
Ah,
No, there's 9 levers in this thing. There's just the lever in the far front and the lever in the far back look different than the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 9 all day long.
And do they have all the false gates are all like unmastered?
Yeah, there's definitely false gates and there is serrations.
what does it mean when it's mastered?
There will be there will be more than one true gate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you could fall
So
into multiple positions at different wafers there. Multiple keys could use it, and then for the sense of picking, it makes it easier because you could drop into either or gate.
Okay. Yeah, without actually now looking at that with him right there, that it actually makes sense. You know what I mean? But I would see that or hear that. Well, it's a higher belt if not mastered with these. And I was like, I don't even know what's in there, so it's hard to kind of visualize.
yeah. See, I wasn't counting the wafers. Or the levers. I was counting the spacers. There's 7 spacers, but there are 9 levers all
Oh,
day long.
that makes sense.
Oh yeah, so if it's all false
There,
gates, then yeah, that's a BB2.
yes, it is. Well, look at that. No wonder I can't pick the damn thing.
Yeah, join the club.
I feel a little bit better about myself. All right, get this
One of these
sidebar
days, I'll
back
get
in.
this.
Okay, we are back together. I couldn't figure out how to get this backing on. It's a weird backing where you gotta like You got to put the actuator on and then slip a ring over it and then slide a clip in between it. It's kind of bizarre. Took me probably an hour to figure out how to get this thing back together the first time.
Oh, I can imagine.
Son of a snapper.
All right, I had to go scold my doggy for barking like a maniac.
Oh well, Beer Can Bushcraft just showed up.
Hey, T.
Hey, Tinny, how's it going, buddy?
Perfect time to. I just got this yesterday. Mickey Finn.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Ooh,
Mickey
challenge
Finn
lock.
from Tinny. My first go at a Tinny lock.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty happy about that. And then we'll move that on to somebody else.
So I bought what did I buy? Lockwood MT5 VPI, the one for the Victoria Power Industry. So it's like the
Yeah.
multi-lock MT5, and it was in an old Lockwood 334. So I swapped it with my pin tumbler one, so I put it into like the nicer 334. I was able to pick it. It's keyless, unfortunately, but it was super cheap. So I was able to pick that, and I've thrown that in the newer padlock. It's looking real nice.
That's awesome. Little upgrade.
Yeah, a little upgrade. Yeah. This guy was
that
well
reminds
used, a lot of rust and stuff.
Right when you said downgraded earlier, you guys ever seen the Jim Jeffries bit about getting downgraded?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
I can just hear Jim Jeffries in my head going, "I got downgraded," or whatever the Australian accent would sound like.
Australian, yeah.
I don't know why I kicked into a
Scottish accent
whatever
there, yeah.
bad Irish Scottish mix thing there, but the only thing I can say with an Australian accent is "Ray." That's from watching that show, Mr. In Between.
Oh, yeah.
I love that show.
Actually, my buddy was just saying I got to watch that. One of my mates here was saying, oh, he's like, oh, mate, you got to watch Mr. In Between.
Yeah. Ray Shoesmith. It's a great character, man. Really, and the main character, he's the guy that he created the show and stuff. So it's it's his work all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Hope he does something else.
Oh, we got somebody else. Wolfgang, how's it going? What's up, bro?
Gang of
Hey,
Wolf, what's up?
good evening, afternoon actually. For
Right?
you guys, it's probably the morning, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It is
Yeah.
morning, night, and morning, afternoon.
All
It's
right.
all times.
Evening for me, nearly midnight, I think. Yeah, it is midnight, yeah.
Yeah, Locksport doesn't know time barriers.
No.
Yeah, indeed. Chevy is from Australia, right? You're from the down under.
Yeah, I'm living here in Australia.
He's the down underist.
Yeah. From the Great White North, but now I'm down under.
So, Wolfgang, how excited are you to have some Jimmies on their way for you?
Oh yeah, I was just checking them out on Luz's channel. So Luz just uploaded a video on unpacking them and showing them on screen.
Awesome. I'm super excited for you. I mean, I'm excited I'm getting mine tomorrow too, but I'm really
Oh,
excited for you because they are really, really good.
oh, you
That's your
haven't
first set?
received your. Yeah, I'm getting like I'm probably getting everything from Jimmy.
Nice.
Hopefully the next time when the 50 tower ones pop up, I'll be able to snag some as well. But yeah, so you haven't received yours, Ray?
Not yet.
Okay.
They'll be here tomorrow. They're sitting in the Pittsburgh sorting center today.
Okay.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got picks sitting at the DHL sorting center. They're on hold. They cleared customs, but they're on hold at the DHL for some stupid reason.
That sounds like multi-pick.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
lightning fast from them to their customs, then to our customs, and then they sit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, they've been, it's gotten to me so quick every other time they send me stuff, so I can't really complain, but
God, I've been messing with. I have the version 3 Jimmy Long's gems. So I have a 23 and then a 19 thou gem, but it's just like the short one. Or was that a medium? It's kind of like medium-ish, and the diamonds, which are kind of just like a gem that's been ground a little bit. I've been messing with these, kind of getting myself in the swing of using a Jimmy's gem. God, I can't wait for them to get here.
Yeah, they look much cleaner. I'm not sure how to describe it. So the manufacturing looks a little bit better than the previous versions.
Yeah, and then of course Jimmy puts up this week because I didn't plan on ordering anything this week. He puts up if you order, you can put a free prototype in the buggy, and I'm like, prototype? And it perked my ears up, and I had to order another order to get the prototype. So
Ah,
I
yeah,
had to buy
those are the
more.
ones without the handles, right?
Mhm. Yeah, they look very similar to a Moki without the second chance pick tip. But I'm going to be honest with you. If he ends up doing that, the handle list where you can get printed handles for him, he should put a second chance pick tip on it. I think Moki would be cool with it.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
like the
steel's there already. Why wouldn't you do it?
yeah the backup pick. That's a good
Yep.
idea.
Moki's super smart, man. That is like the thing that I love about his picks probably the most. Knowing that no matter what I do, I can always flip it over and have a pick. Like I'm never nervous. Like, oh, I can't pick that lock. I'm scared of bending my round or whatever. I can just, if you need a little extra pressure, you frickin' go for it because you know that you have a backup.
that is dope.
I actually did consider currently because I'm doing a lot of heat treating stuff at work, so I knew learning a lot about tempering and blah 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 blah. Um, Apparently, there's something you can do to Moki picks that increases its tensile break strength um, by putting it in the oven and doing basically a stress relief cycle on it. And I was thinking about getting a batch of Mokis just to try the stress relief in a home oven.
That'd be pretty cool.
I know. Basically, you just put them in the oven, and I think it was like 275 C to 375 C. So you're talking like home oven temperatures, 600 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're gonna temper it?
Yeah, it's basically a stress relief annealing cycle.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make it stronger in that it will not make it, so that it doesn't bend more, but it'll make it so that it can bend more without breaking. So it's like a stress relief.
Right. Take some of the brittleness out of it.
Yeah, so I'm really interested. I think I may buy a set just to try it out. I've never heard of anybody doing it. I mean, he's done it because he posted that he did it, but I've never heard of anybody like, posting a video like, "Hey, I did it and it's great," or "It's not great," or nothing. I just heard it mentioned once and then never heard anything about it again.
I asked Moki about the procedure. He told me
Oh, did you?
I probably shouldn't do it because the way I'm picking stuff. So it would just
Okay.
basically take away from the strength on my side because I bent some of his picks and I asked him, hey, what if I bend this back and then put it into the oven? Will I get a better result? No, he said, oh, don't do that, man. If your picks bend, you shouldn't do that. Definitely, because I think that there's a reason he ships them the way the Moki picks are, right? So this way you have a bit of a wiggle room, um,
Yeah.
in case you need to snake up into the keyway, like when you're dealing with paracentric keyways or something like that. You can still bend the pick a little bit, but if you put it into the oven, it will get a little bit more solid. So that bendiness will kind of disappear. Or
Gotcha.
that's what he
Maybe I won't
mentioned in
try.
his DMs. Go
See,
ahead.
I've never bent one of his picks before, so I don't know. Maybe it would be a cool test to like get two of the same pick and
Absolutely.
heat treat one and not the other one, just as like a test. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, give it a
You
go
know,
if you've got a couple picks to play with. Why not?
I think it's
Experiment a bit.
$50. I need to order from him anyway because I need to get the extra strong rounds still.
Oh yeah, they are amazing. I think these are one of my favorites right now.
I have the extra flats that are my favorite. Well, they're my favorite Mokies. They're not my favorite
Well,
picks all
if you
around.
like the extra flats, you'll love the extra round ones.
Yeah, I believe that. Makes some good stuff, man. I'll tell you what. Honestly, almost there's a lot of manufacturers doing a lot of good stuff. Basically, Moki, Jimmy Longs, and Covert Instruments, I think, are going to become the big players.
Yeah. I hear Lockjaw is coming out with a new pinning mat. I ordered
Yep.
the older one, the Belmont, or what it's called, the one with the bite drawing on it. Yeah,
Yep.
that looks sweet.
Yeah,
They've
he's
got a
got a nice
lock.
penny match.
They've got a lockpick set on their site now too.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
That deserves a trip to Google. Lockjaw MFG. That's the number one Lockjaw. So,
Oh,
yep, it definitely wasn't there before. And he has their wall lock tools. How about that?
Lock tools, nice. Which set?
Yeah. It's a custom set. It's
Oh,
the Lawbringer lockpick set. I don't think I've seen this on their site. I don't think anyway. Maybe it is.
let me check.
Basically, it's got a Nessie, a Bogota, and then 3 Tapini hooks and 1 tensioner.
Oh,
So it's
is this?
basically like a starter set. You know what I mean? Like a beginner set.
Oh,
It
nice.
has the sandwiched handles, so it's got that. Yeah, so it's the Nessie, the Bogota, the Tapini Lockout Buster, the Tapini Teardrop, and the Tapini Scimitar.
Oh, so it sounds like a good,
Yeah,
good set for Euro locks.
certainly does. Oh, yeah, that's a nice looking freaking set.
Does it come with a bag or some sort of a case?
Um, no.
Okay.
I mean, it may come in like a tool tube or something like that, I'm guessing. Oh, I really like that Nessie. I never really took a close look at the Nessie before, but the Nessie has it's basically like a gem hook on one side, and then if you flip it over, it's got like a almost a like city rake on the back.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
Grab it. The Rich set also has it in 0.6 millimeters. It's this one.
Yeah, this Nessie is 0.5 millimeter. How do you like that pick? Because that pick looks freaking sweet.
Oh, it's actually pretty good for low security locks. I mean, this is probably pretty good. You can go in with a rake first, try to get a false set, turn around, and then single pip and pick the rest.
Yeah, so it's like a
It's a
direct
hybrid.
competitor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
hybrid,
definitely,
just like a the tickler.
yeah, exactly. Although the tickler is more like a zipping, like a
Yeah, that's
kinetic
true.
attack
Yeah,
tool. Man,
you're
can't
right about
wait to
that.
get my hands on those. Those are also sitting at loose. I got two sets of those. Really looking forward to trying them out. But yeah, but by the time I get those, the Apex will probably be out as well. Cool with instruments.
Yeah, I'm kicking around the idea whether I'm gonna get Apex or not. It's I'm on the fence because I think that it's if I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
all the
never gonna
picks.
be able to be like, oh, I'm just gonna buy one set of 5 in the case. Like it's just not who I am. I'm gonna buy them all, or I'm not gonna buy. I'm probably gonna end up buying them. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy them. Who do I think I'm fooling? I ain't fooling anybody saying I bought all of the things. You know what I mean? Like,
I was thinking that like I was about a step ahead of you when you went, yeah, I'm not buying it. I was like, he's buying it. Who's he trying to convince right now?
I was trying to convince myself, apparently, but it didn't work.
Yeah, you were trying to bake in and out, and it was no. You didn't even believe it. You were like, nah,
No,
that's not.
that's it. I'm
That's
saying it, and I'm like, you're full of shit. You're definitely gonna buy it.
Oh man, open these three barrels again. It's the fifth time. Oh boy. So, oh boy, we had this conversation about barrels the other time. Sorry for switching the topics here. But
Oh yeah.
Ray, how are you doing with those barrels?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I've been like stunted where I am. I can open it with 5 pins, no problem every time. It's very straightforward. I put in that sixth pin and I can't get it. I end up they just say I don't know what it is. I think that I might be at the point where I was with the ASA 700 with all papers, where I'm getting frustrated and resetting too soon.
Yeah,
Because I can this lock I could definitely tell when I go from stage 1 to stage 2. Whenever everything is in the counter milling, I definitely get a solid click and a tiny bit of core movement. It happens every time for sure, on both of the locks that I have with barrels. So it happens on this one here, and it also happens on my uh, twin combi. It But getting to that second stage with the 6 pins in it, it's just, I think that I'm not picking long enough. I think I'm picking for 5 minutes, getting frustrated, resetting, picking for 5 minutes, getting frustrated, resetting, and I don't think I'm going long enough. I think that
yeah.
the tapered part of this is just going to take longer than I think it should.
And I
Yeah,
think
because
you
if you're not
know,
oversetting, I wouldn't. I wouldn't reset the lock if you haven't overset anything. I'd keep going.
yeah.
I think that you are correct.
Yeah,
Now I did,
want to back Chevy there. So exactly. So this is what I learned as well the other day. We discussed this a little bit on Discord, but definitely so in our case, you and me, Ray, our
yeah,
problem is definitely the bidding here. You need to take your time with this because these high lifts and the low lifts. So when you have a longer barrel or a short barrel, it makes a huge difference on difficulty. And when you have a variety like this, like the one I have here, these huge lifts over here, and that trench in the middle, you just need to take your time. Even though you overset them, I mean, in my case, I can just let go of the tension a little bit, and then the barrel will drop down, the one that oversets. But then again, I have a what is this called? A match sleeved here, while yours has a counter milling in it, right? From what I
yes.
understood. So that probably acts a little bit differently if you overset that. That's
Yeah, I
just
believe that.
my theory there.
Let me grab my key. I have it sitting out. That's not it. This is it. I think that the bidding is definitely making mine harder than it necessarily could be.
Oh,
I
there
have
we go.
basically
Yeah,
the same problem you have.
yeah, exactly. Oh, look at that. Yeah,
Yep.
live,
So I have.
this looks even more frightening than on the picture that you sent me.
So you got a high lift in number 1, a high lift in number 2. Then you step down a little bit, a low lift in number 4, a high. Wait. So you got a high in 1, a high in 2, a low in 3, a high in 4, a low in 5, and a high in 6. It is just awful.
Your key pins are also a little bit more different than the ones that I have. Mine's are round. Yours are a little bit sharper, I think.
I can see that.
So
And
that
this was
also.
a new lock when I bought it, so it's not like it had any kind of wear on it either. I bought it. It was new in the box. The same trouble I'm having with the frickin' stupid gold P. I still haven't picked this darn thing.
The gulp.
Yep, gold P. Look at that awful bidding.
Oh wow! Holy crap!
Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah.
That looks like Inferno cut that specially for you.
I mean, honestly, it does. It looks like it's a frickin' locksport special.
You may have made enemies, Ray, somewhere.
You're like,
Yeah, I got that one.
who's this lot going to? Oh, Ray. Hold on.
Yeah, the bidding makes such a huge difference. And when you're picking a new type of security pin and you're dealing with a very nasty bidding, it just makes it look like impossible to pick. And you're blaming the security pin, but it's basically in this case not the security pin. I'm starting to slowly learn that in this case.
Yep.
Although I have other UCOs and other assets with counter milling in them, I haven't tried picking those, but I bet you they pick very similarly to the ones with the match sleeve. The only difference could be the recovery from an overset. That's just my theory there.
Ray, you're in good hands. I'm gonna bounce out, go get ready for work, and go do a day of work.
All right, beautiful. Take it easy, bud.
Oh yeah, yep. I'll hit you up later. Everybody, take care. Thanks for jumping in, guys.
See you, Stu. Good to see you.
See you later, Stu.
Hey, somebody's picking. Looks like a lotto lock there.
Oh
Yeah, I just grabbed, I guess what, probably the 410 or something. Yeah, Master Lock 410. It's a keyless
okay.
one I have, so I'm not quite sure the bidding, but
Nice.
It's funny. I've been picking 410s all week because I have I don't know 7 or 8 of them, and they were all linked together in a chain, and I had all the keys together, and then I lost the keys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was like just looking at it, saying I gotta pick those apart in order to pick them. I'm like, I don't feel like it. So they just sat in an ammo can for like the last, 4 or 5 months. And then the other day I found the keys. So I was like, oh man, I haven't picked these for freaking ever. So I started picking those. I got one in particular that is like just the nastiest freaking lotto.
oh
Oh,
yeah, got a couple that just look like sawtooths.
this one, it doesn't remind me of something you would think would be bad, but I'll explain why it's bad. But it taught me a really valuable lesson. So, all right, here's my 410. So I got 4 406s. They're
Ooh.
the ones with the nylon shackle, so they're nice and light. I like those for like if I'm, going somewhere and want to just throw a couple locks in my pocket. Those ones are great because they're nice and light. And then these ones. Okay, so this is the bad one right here. I marked it with markers so that I would know which one it was when I was picking it.
It's all open again. I'm getting faster on this one. Might be
So
time to go ahead.
here's the
Ooh.
bidding on it.
Shit.
And
There was a
I'm
lot of highs on that
explaining.
one.
Do I
Yep.
see this correctly? Your number, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pins?
Yep.
Do I see this correct? So number 6 is protected there.
Yep.
Ooh.
And number 1 is a high lift. Number 2 is an even higher lift.
Oh, there we go, got
Number
it.
3 is a
Show
high
us
lift.
the keyway as well. Can you show what the keyway looks like?
Standard 410
410.
keyway.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
So you got a little paracentricity plus all those high lifts. But
Yep.
here's the lesson that it taught me. It taught me a trick for hitting pins that are up high behind a top of keyway tensioner. So you know how hard it is to get up underneath a top of keyway tensioner that you have blocking the top of the keyway. So
Yeah.
what I do is I pick it until it's time to pick number 1. So I pick everything. Whenever I can't feel anything on 6 for the 2, what I do is I swap out for a bottom of keyway tensioner, take out the top of keyway, pick pin number 1, and then put the top of keyway tensioner back in.
Oh, okay.
So that was my cool little trick. You can either do that, or you can just throw a bottom of keyway tensioner in, and then use that as a platform to pick off of and leave the top of keyway in. I prefer taking the top of keyway out just because you don't really need it if you have a bottom.
Yeah, that's
That's a
true.
cool little trick if anybody has trouble hitting a high lift up front. You don't have to, just because you start with a top of keyway tensioner doesn't mean you can't switch halfway through
No, that's
and then
true. On
switch
on
back.
dimple locks, I've gone back and forth. Sometimes you got to get in one side or another, so tension it and grab another tensioner and try swap. And
Yep. I do that. I have been working on, it's a purple belt level ABBA. I don't remember what number it is, but it's like an Amazon special, but it's rated
oh, okay.
purple belt. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, so
cool.
it's got 14 or 15 pins in it. It's got 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 up top. So it's similar to a V18, but instead of
Yeah.
having rows of 7, it has rows of 5. But I'll switch on this one. I'll put a 2 millimeter bar on the bottom, pick the side pins, and then switch to a top of keyway tensioner with a regular pick to pick the top pins.
Yeah, no, that's a smart idea, especially when you're picking from 3 different sides there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have tensioner at the bottom. You can easily get up to the one straight up top.
This is probably my favorite dimple lock to pick right now. Well, this one in the multi-lock 7x7, the Garrison.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one's just fun to pick. It's a green belt lock. It's not super hard, but it's just got 7 spools in it, and it's just fun.
Oh, it's perfect dimple lock to learn. If you're just starting dimples, that's the first one I ever picked. The 7x7. That's a really nice lock.
Yep, super fun.
A really great
This is
feedback
my
on it. Good counter rotation and stuff. Really nice.
Yep. This is my other second favorite one. I got this one. It says that it's kind lock. I don't think it's rated. It's just a 10 pin dimple lock, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Very straightforward. I got this, I think, for free on an order that I did with White. I think I ordered some gold locks from him, and he threw this in the package for me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice of him.
Yeah.
All right, it's 12:30 here, so I think I've got to call it quits. I've opened a few locks, so I'm happy. This I'll have to wait for another day for sure. But thank you for having me on the live.
Yeah, good deal. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It was good seeing you. It's been a while.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough. I'm either working in the mornings or, if I'm not working, I don't want to get up. So the mornings are really
That's the
tough when you
thing.
do your evening ones.
Yep, I'm sure. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's a chore for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting up's the hardest part, I think. The hardest part
Yeah,
of the day.
the pain that it is for me is because I scheduled it now. It used to be 5 p.m. here. Now I made it 4 p.m. to make it easier for, honestly, Wolfgang comes all the time. And if I can start it earlier, to make it a little easier for him, that's what I did. So I
Oh, yeah,
start now.
totally.
I work until 4 p.m. and then immediately go live at 4:03.
Oh.
Oh, that reminds me. I hit 200 subscribers, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway probably next week. I just got my lathe back. I'm going to make a couple picks as prizes. I'm just trying to get all the prizes and stuff. But
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, stay
Congratulations.
tuned. Yeah, well, thank you,
congratulations,
thank you.
indeed.
Yeah, so like next week I'll get the video together and put up some type of challenge. I think I may do a comment prize pool and then like a video prize pool. So I think that's what's
That's
going to happen.
cool.
So stay tuned. But yeah, I'm going to get going. It's good talking to you, Wolfgang. Good talking to you, Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
you
coming,
too,
man.
man.
I appreciate it. Congratulations on the 200 subs again, by the way, and take it easy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See ya.
congratulations indeed. See you later.
Yeah, just surpassed 300 myself. Just I think it was 2 days ago. I bumped up. I have 301 subscribers now.
Oh, congrats to you as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. I don't know. I have been super busy, so I haven't been like accumulating anything really. But maybe we'll come up with something. I should just buy a set of Jimmy Longs and freaking give it away or something. Maybe I don't know.
Huh, that's what I did. I ordered some of extra starter sets. I believe one extra. What is that? The beginner set.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much interest right now in lock picking. I believe I mentioned to you that the other week we had a game night going.
Okay.
And I brought some lock picks and some blocks to that game night, and yeah, there were people coming over, and even afterwards, after we were finished with the game night, some people contacted me, hey, how is this lock picking working? Where can we meet to learn more about it and stuff like that? Oh boy. So yeah, there's some interest there, interestingly, for lock picking right now.
I don't know if you saw. There was one of the tool chapters. Oh, let's pull up the picture just so that we can show it. Okay.
Those are the Netherlands picking group, right? From Holland.
It was it's called Tic Tac Toe.
Uh,
Oh, you stupid. So it's a tic tac toe game
oh yeah.
where
Fabiano showed me this one. Yeah, this was at LockCon.
so that is super neat.
Yeah, funny as hell.
Could you imagine if you put like some high security locks in there? Oh god, it just because right now they're just raking them open.
Yeah,
But could
I
you
don't
imagine
think.
if you put a couple ASA 600s in there? Oh my god, it'd be so much fun.
Put
So cool.
some glucose with barrel in there.
That's it, man. It'd be cool.
We would be sitting there the whole day, that's for sure.
The funny thing is I didn't even see that. A friend of mine from work saw that. It popped up like the guy doesn't pick locks or anything, but he saw it on Facebook.
Nice.
Guy's never picked a lock in his life, and it showed up on his uh,
In his feeds? Okay,
timeline.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's funny. My wife actually yelled at me just yesterday because she held up her phone to me and said, "What the hell is this?" And there was an ad for Sparrow's lock picking on her Facebook page. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. Sparrows, I think, just blast on Facebook.
Yeah, the more marketing keeps going, you know.
That's it. I think that they were, what were they marketing? The Escort. That's what they were marketing. Their jackknife.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
You by chance watch Sandman's video on Jimmy Long's yesterday?
Yeah, I watched it. Very interesting. He
Okay,
compared
so
them. Go ahead.
I'm not going to spill what I think it is on this live, but did you see the bag of stuff that was secret?
The one that he quickly made disappear from the camera.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know that I know what
I
those
did.
are.
Yeah, I did. Those they look like a jackknife picks.
Yeah, they are definitely jackknife picks, and they're definitely because the back side of them. Where the heck did I put those? Oh my goodness, where did I put them? They have the same backing as the Swick.
Oh,
Let's see if we can find where I put my extra Swick freaking tips. Mm, But isn't that freaking exciting? Oh my goodness. Could you imagine?
okay.
Could you imagine the feeding frenzy that would happen? Oh my god. It would be nuts.
But those are in the same package where his Jimmy Long's stuff was. So,
So you know who made them.
yep,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? They were definitely made by the man. So he's, God, could you imagine that coming in? Oh my God. The feeding frenzy would be just off the charts.
But
The heck that?
I don't believe he will release them with this batch or this year, maybe the
Oh,
next year.
no, no. I think
All
that it's just in development.
yeah.
And honestly, he may not release it himself because it looked like the mechanism was the same as the Swift. So they may be for the Swift.
Oh, you mean if he could be working on something similar that Moki and Wendt has, this collaboration where they so Wendt provides the tool basically, and Moki provides the picks for them. And in this case,
Yeah,
we could
so
see like Jimmy Longs providing the picks to
God, I
Swick.
wish I could find the freaking bag of extra tips that I have. Where the hell did I put those things? But anyway, you should be able to see here.
Oh yeah, there we go.
This is how the locking mechanism works right there. You can see it on the ones that he had. There's a little step down right here, and that's how it clicks into place.
Oh,
That little step down right there.
oh, pretty beefy.
I mean, it's basically just like you know, oh crap, what the heck's it called? A slip joint knife works, where you open it and it slips into place, and then all you do is press on the blade and it'll slip closed, kind of like a Swiss Army knife or something like that.
Yep.
Non. I mean, it locks, but it's not like a lock. It's a slip joint where when you put pressure on the back, it slips back closed.
Yeah, I understand. And that's the one that comes with lots of turning tools, right?
It does. There's
Yeah.
six bottom or there's three bottom of keyway, 30,
Wow.
40, 30, 40, 50 thou, and then there are three angled top of keyway, 30, 40, 50 thou, and then there's a 40 and a 50 thou double ended
Wow.
pry bar.
There's like a whole pick set in one jackknife.
Oh God, it's my go-to, man. It is awesome. And if you buy the expansion set of his picks. You get, so I have a spoon, like a reach, and then I have a short, medium, and deep flat, short, medium, and deep thin or pointed, kind of like uh, Moki's, the thin or the pointed tip, the sharp,
Yeah.
and then a short, medium, and deep round, and then a couple rakes, a quad and quint.
Or are
This is
there?
my go-to.
I'm not sure if I see that correctly. Are there like duplicates in there? Or maybe I'm missing
No,
something.
no, there's a short, medium, and deep of all the hooks.
Oh, yeah, it's so hard
So
to
there's a
see.
short, medium, and deep flat right there. A short, medium, and deep thin right here, pointed. 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
and
so
then the
there are like
rounds.
two different profiles there, right? So flat and
Yeah.
then round. Okay.
Yep. There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Uh-huh.
So there are flats in the front here, and then the sharps right there, and the rounds there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go.
But God, oh my God, Jimmy Long's jackknife. Oh God, oh my God, I'm like having heart palpitations thinking about it. That's an exaggeration, but God, it's still really cool. I thought really cool.
Definitely. Okay.
I'm not gagging to see though.
Okay, it's picked. I'm starting to get a feel for these barrels. It,
But
it's for funny how this works. When you try to figure out a new security pin, it just takes so much time to get used to it. You can get a feel for it, you know, where when it's clicky, when does it really set. And this time it took me longer to learn that, longer than that it took me to learn normal like gin spools, like for example, or normal spools. So these feel very different.
yep, I have the exact same problem. It's just I think that I feel like they're harder for me than gins because I learned gins first.
Yeah.
I think they probably would have been easier if I wouldn't have learned gins first. I think it would have been easier. I'm
Hmm.
so used to freaking picking gins. But Not Too Dead said that he talked to Jimmy and he made a jackknife for himself. But I think that that might be a good thing, a collaboration, because then you make pick tips and it gins up, you know, business for you making the picks, and it gins up business for the original person because you got to buy the platform. You know what I mean? I think a ton of people would buy the Swick if they could get Jimmy Long's picks for it.
Definitely.
And I mean, super cool, super cool. And I'm sure it would be expensive. There's no doubt about it. I know that Swick spent like 100 grand or something getting their stuff taken care of. They had at least I think it was 2 Kickstarter runs um, to get the money, and it didn't go great. You know what I mean? There were problems with the dies and problems with this, that, and the other thing. And but it's worked out now. So this is a good platform to build off of, kind of like Moki did with Lockmaster. You know, with
Yeah,
Vent.
exactly.
You know what I mean? You just make it and slide it into the platform. Makes money for Vent because they made, you know, the platform, and it makes money for Moki because he makes the pick tips, and you know, it grows the hobby for both, you know, both businesses. So that's just my 2 cents.
Definitely.
Oh,
It's a nice way of collaborating.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick some gins. I need some. I need to get my confidence up a little bit. Let's grab my favorite gin spool locks.
Mhm.
Oh, can't wait for tomorrow. Jimmy Long stay with the Skippy. Anybody in the chat order some Jimmy Longs? Bet you everybody in the chat bought some or wanted to buy some and missed out. I'm sure not to freaking ordered some. Freaking still kicking loves in some Jimmy Longs.
No, that is saying that he messaged Jimmy about them. Jimmy told him that because of the mechanical tolerances, something like that would cost a fortune.
Yep, that's exact. I told you that's exactly what this problem with the Swick had. Those guys, they had a Kickstarter, and that's why I think it would be a good thing to set a collaboration with somebody that already has a jackknife platform, and then you release tips for it as well. It helps you, it helps them. It's you don't need to reinvent the wheel, so to say. You know what I mean? You just put the wheel on your car and freaking that's it.
Exactly, yeah.
So Ryan Fitz says if he has another drop this week, you just missed one on Friday. Um, you need to, if you want Jimmy Longs, you have to set an alarm. You must.
Yeah.
You must set an alarm because if you are not, if you're not, picking or getting on the site at the time that he's dropping, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, it's
That's the
not
greatest.
the funny thing is that it's not like people are buying these picks to scalp or anything. It's just really that much interest. There's so much. So people are very interested in buying these picks, and there's just not enough of them for everyone to buy. So
That's it. They are really good. I mean, they are as good as Moki's in the profiles that he has. They are just as comfortable as Moki's, but they cost half as much. And honestly, I think that they'll put up to more abuse because of the specific design that he has on his shanks.
yeah,
So you got there's no shoulder, and that is like a stress point on a pick is where the right angle where the shank meets the handle. Most of them have a right angle. There's no right angles freaking anywhere.
although I would also add that Moki basically delivers two picks in a package of one. So I guess
That is true.
that
That
kind
is
of
true.
justifies the price a little bit.
And they're freaking fantastically polished. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're comfortable. They're nice picks. There's no doubt about it. But geez, Jimmy's cost. If you want a Peterson gem like this is a Jimmy's gem, a V3.
Ah,
If
yeah,
you want a
yeah,
Peterson gem, it's going to cost you as much as a full set of Jimmy's gems.
yeah.
They're like $16 or something.
And then they are pretty nice from what I've seen. And Sandman was very fond of those gym hooks. He calls
I
them.
am also very fond of the Jimmy Long's gem. They're they take some getting used to, you know what I mean? Because
But
they are.
I mean, they definitely look different to the ones that Moki makes. So Moki maybe makes these really wide ones, wide gem
Yep.
hooks. And from what I've seen, the Jimmy Long ones are a little bit more narrow, more
Yes,
slick.
they are. Which is it can be an issue until you get used to it. Let me show you what the issue is because it's something you don't really think of until it actually happens, and then you say, "Oh, that's a very interesting issue." Let me grab a pen because I mean this can happen with rounds too, but it really happens with gems, and it teaches you good pick placement. Ha! Marker.
I shocked him.
Okay, so we got some paper. Get off my chair. Okay, so here's paper. Let's move this out of the way. So let's draw a picture of the tip of a gem. So you got the angle there, and like that. So what can happen, especially on jimmies, because they're really sharp and thin, on a pin, you kind of want to hit it right in the center. Okay?
Oh
But
yeah.
what can happen is if you have pins like this and you accidentally go up between them, you can
You said both.
wedge the tip of the gem in between the pins.
Ooh, it can get stuck, right?
Yeah, it definitely gets stuck. And it happens to me all the time when I'm not like if I'm like zoning out watching TV while I'm picking something, it'll happen.
Damn.
Where especially on a lock like this, an NASA 700 that has a little bit of space between the pins chambers, pretty decent amount of space, not a lot like a lot of space, but there's definitely enough for that gem tip to get stuck in between them. Get uh, boom, she's stuck. She is
Wow.
stuck, baby.
Damn. So what do you do now? Get out?
You just have to kind of like pull down on it to pull it out. I mean, it's not like it's not stuck to where you can't recover from it, but it's like it's annoying if you're not paying attention. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
So
it's not
it
not as bad as when you have a flag stuck inside one of those
oh
dimple ones,
no,
right?
no, yeah, it's nothing like that. No.
Okay,
But it's
good.
just like an annoying thing that happens. Boom, I'm stuck in between them, and you just kind of got to pull down and freaking get it out. But
Yeah,
it teaches you because you do that like 5 times in a row, and you're like, God, I got to get better. And you kind of make sure that you're directly on a pin before you go pressing. You kind of it makes you more deliberate in your movements. I think it teaches you good lessons.
yeah, definitely. But also, like jam hooks are pretty good at detecting pins, in between wardings and stuff. Because you can just basically go back and forth on the pin and feel when it goes up and then down as you move under it.
So Ryan Fitz said that he didn't have funds for Jimmy's this past week. So let me give a tip for anybody out there who's watching who wants to buy Jimmy Longs. Um, Jimmy Longs allows you to pay with PayPal, and PayPal has what's called Pay in 4, where you can just buy something and they'll charge you 25% of it down, and then 2 weeks from that they charge you another 25%, and then you just make it 4 payments on whatever you get. So like I I think it was like $120 worth, and it charged me $40 up front or $30 up front, and then 2 weeks from that Friday it'll charge me another $30, and then 2 weeks again $30 until it's paid off. Super super convenient, and there are actually my three favorite lockpick companies all accept PayPal as payment, and you can do pay in four on all of them. You can do it for Jimmy Longs, you can do it for Moki, and you can also do it for Cobra Instruments. Just a little helpful tip for people like me whose eyes. It reminds me of the saying that Sandman does, because God does it describe me perfectly. I'm not rich, I'm irresponsible. And that is me. I'm irresponsible. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I have so many great picks that I could probably never buy a pick again, and I would be home. I probably have enough that I could bend or break picks for the rest of my life and still have picks. But I have to have all of the picks. You know what I mean? I'm a collector. It's just they're so nice, and I kind of like go through phases where like I think I'm gonna pick with my Jimmy Longs like right now, because there's some Jimmys on the way, so I want to get back into the swing of using Jimmys. But before this, I was using Mokies every day.
Mm.
And then before that, it was like I went through a bare bones phase where I was picking with bare bones stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's the
those are
thing.
nice as well.
Yep,
They have
that's
such
the
a
thing.
complete variety.
They all make good stuff, and it's all good in like specific ways. Like there are things that some of them do really great, and another person won't. But like you know, Jimmy Longs, they're fantastic, but they're hard to get. Mokies are easy to get, and they're really good, but he only has 20 thou, 0.5 millimeter. So if you
Yeah.
want 0.6 millimeter or 0.4 millimeter, you got to buy from someone else. So they don't have all of the picks. Cobra Instruments, their picks are fantastic, but they don't have any handles on them. They're just sandwich popsicle style handles. Pretty soon they'll have Apex, but I think they're going to be. My gut feeling tells me that they're going to be really expensive,
Yeah.
um, which
And I all, yeah,
takes you back to Jimmy Longs that are $5 a pick,
yeah, exactly. And
and
other
just
than that,
probably just as good. Yeah.
if you look at the history of colored instruments, they don't have that many profiles from
They
what
don't.
I've seen, and I'm expecting Apex to have the same problem.
I believe that there's 20 picks here coming in the release, and I'm sure that each set is going to be like 3 hooks and 2 rakes, or 4 hooks and a rake. I'm almost positive that that's what the way it's going to be. So if you want all of the hooks, you're going to have to buy everything. And just
Yeah,
going by the history of what they're charging, the Reaper was $55 for you know 5 picks and some turning tools in the case. And I'm assuming that they're going to be about the same. You have $55 for the Apex
mm,
for each set of 5 picks. Plus, then you add in the case and the turning tools. I bet you the completely tool out for the Apex. I bet it's going to be $250 to $300.
wow,
That's my
yeah,
that's my gut. That's my gut guess.
that's a full fortune for a lockpick set.
Yep. Certainly is. That's the thing. But it's still super nice. Oh my God, it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's basically like Jimmy Long's in like a tactical case with like really good turning tools. It's going to be really, really nice. Do I think it's going to be worth $300? I think it will, but that's still a lot of money. You know what I mean? $10 a pick. I mean, my set of uh, Mokies is probably $180 set. It has all the turners in it. It has 12 picks plus the case. I think it's $180, and it's a soft case and doesn't have as many turners. I don't think as Apex is going to have. So I bet it's going to be worth $250. I think that the value is going to be there. It's just, oh God, so much money to drop all at once.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I mean, $300. I mean, I remember when I started buying the lockpick sets, and I think I made a huge mistake doing that when I started out. So one of the first sets that I bought was from Multipick, the probably the biggest one from Lock Noob, right? So I wanted to try out
Okay.
all the locks, all the profiles, everything else, because I didn't know what I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
That's the problem where when you start out, you don't know what you're actually buying, and you don't know what you want. So you buy these big sets, and I'm just I was just wasn't sure what to buy, you know. And I dropped down like 240 euros for sets, right? I think I own like 4 sets of multi-picks. But those are all different. Like the second one that I bought was the big 40-piece Christina Palmer set, which
Okay.
has lots of hooks that I probably never used or only barely used. But yeah, there's variety there, but then again, you don't use all that stuff.
That's exactly. I have this multi-pick set. This is like a $160, $170
Oh yeah,
multi-pick set. I got a deep hook in 15 and 23 thou, so zero point 0.6 and 0.4 millimeter. This is the dual gauge set. It has the 3 SS Dev profiles. They're answer to the SS Dev. So what is it? Oh crap! It's the hook number 6, hook number 7, and then the hook number 5. So 5, 6, and 7 are their like answer to what the SS Devs are.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and then there's a crap pile of rakes. I mean, like so many rakes. It does have an offset diamond, but there's a snake rake. There's a Bogota and a triple peak and a kinetic rake, which is also kind of a triple peak. There's so many freaking rakes in this set.
The T4S diamond there. Well, okay.
I mean, it's a good set for sure. You know what I mean? But multi picks, I don't know. There's just the other manufacturers make ones that are just as nice, if not nicer, and I think that they're stronger. Because the problem with multi pick is that the shanks are really thin,
Yeah,
which is good for Euro locks. But how many Euro locks do we, the super paracentric stuff? That's probably less than half of what we guys are picking. Most of us are picking things with wide open keyways. Medico wide open keyway, um, you know, Master 410 pretty wide open keyway. It's a little paracentric, but
yeah. You see
ASA
that is
wide open.
that is actually the thing, right? At the start, I was already dealing with lots of locks that had paracentric keyways, like the Borg Rector, the Abus. So those are the beginner locks here in Europe. Those are the ones that you start out with. So you want a Euro set to go past those locks, right? But as soon as I got up to Lolo locks, and then right now Ruko, right, Asa, and all these other ones, I just moved away from multi-pick to pick up something beefier.
Honestly, I like having beefier picks too. I don't like having to be like Am I bending this inside here? Because you can see, I mean, I bent some of the. I mean, they're barely bent, but they're still freaking. Let me find the one that I was just looking at. This one right here, I think, is bent a little bit. So these are basically identical picks. It's the PN4 and the V4. So you got the thin or the zero point 0.6 and zero point 0.4 millimeter variety of the same pick. Uh, yeah, it's hard to tell if that's actually bent or if that's the way that it was made. I don't know. Really hard to tell.
It is, yeah.
But I'm nervous whenever I use them. Let's put it that way, because they're so
Oh,
expensive to replace.
yep. I have the same problem. I have the same problem, and then now they got a little bit even more expensive. So back in the days when I bought them, they were like 9 or 8 euros per piece. Right now they cost like 12 or something.
Yep, they're expensive to replace, and it's
Yeah,
you
and
know
also the tool steel that's in them is not the same as you have for Moki or for Jimmy Longs, right?
oh
So
no, yeah,
you you have
they
go ahead.
call it spring steel on their site,
Yep.
which I don't think that it really is. I'm who was it that did it? Uh, Christina Palmer tested their steel, and they tested other people's, Peterson, um, Southern Specialties tested their steel for what it is, and compositionally, it's a 400 series stainless, so probably 420 stainless, same as Peterson's.
Yep. I would think so too.
Yeah, we were talking. You said about buying, big old set right off the bat. And I did. I mean, we all do it where we buy sets, and I no longer do that.
Yeah,
I
because
no
in
longer
the
buy sets.
beginning, because you're not really educated what you really need, and you also don't have your locks right away from the start. Yeah, right. So you start buying the locks. You don't know what you need, so you buy everything, and that's the problem there.
Yep. Because like I don't need any more rakes. I have all the rake profiles that you could want. I have city rakes, I have snake rakes, I have kinetic rakes, I have triple peak Bogotas, I have regular Bogotas, I have quads and quints and cycloids and sinusoids, and I got tons of rakes. I don't need any more. I don't. I buy single picks and I buy hooks. You know what I mean? That's just what I do.
Yeah.
If I need a rake, I have plenty. I have like Moki. I don't have any Moki rakes, but well, that's not true. I have the Moki rakes on the jackknife, but honestly, it's the same as anybody else's triple or quad peak. You know what I mean? They're the same. This is no different than the Jimmy Longs or the multi picks or whatever. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Actually, let's compare one. Let's compare
Yeah,
one
Moki
while we're talking
has
about it.
those nice big wave brakes. But I think the one that he has on the jackknife are a little bit smaller or more dense from what I've seen. Let's check. I have them over here.
Where is that? Oh, yeah, there we go.
There they are. So these are
Different.
I think these are cycloids. I'm not sure, wave rakes. They have like a duo, a triple rake, and then a quad.
Yeah, I know I have on my here. I think these are. I think it's a cycloid and a sinusoid.
Oh yeah.
on the this one. So here we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
They're very similar, if not the same.
Yeah, it looks like.
Put one on top of the other and see what the difference is. Well, technically they are a little bit different, I guess. But yeah, see, are they different enough to necessitate me buying more? Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I can't get it open with a triple peak, a quad peak, or a quint, I'm not gonna rake it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are basically what I use. Do snake rakes have their place? Are they fine? Yeah, they're fine, but I think that they do the same thing a triple peak will do, just faster.
And the thing is, you also need to go through a list of raking techniques to make sure, okay, the profile doesn't work. Let's move on to the next one. It takes up so much time. By the time you go through all your rakes and all your techniques, you could just single pip and pick the lock.
Now, there are some new rakes that have come out in the last couple of years that are definitely new things, and that is it's pretty cool. The ones that were designed by Locknoob,
Ah,
the
yeah.
like Evona and whatever the other one is.
Prelude, Ruim, and all these other profiles. Yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah,
what
where
you
you
mean.
have like a high peak and a low peak and a high peak and a low peak, similar to a key. You know what I mean? Because if you have something like this, or whatever, something that's really, really exaggerated high and lows, you may not be able to get this open with a regular quad or a quint. It may literally be impossible because of
Exactly,
the bidding.
because those are basically targeting like a roller coaster like uh, setup of a bidding.
Yeah, basically
Wo-
stuff like here we go. Stuff like where are you? Crap! How the hell did I lose that key? I just had it. There it is. Something like that.
there we go. Yeah. Minus. Now the other one, that in the middle, you could possibly rake.
Yeah, you might be able to rake like this one,
Oh, an era. Oh,
or
there we go.
I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these keys are freaking nasty. You might be able to rake that one. That one's super fun.
That that one, that's the one that I was thinking right from the get go.
Yep, there's like a low lift here and one, two, three, four high lifts in a row.
Yeah, you just have to pay attention not to go too deep while raking.
Yep,
Could be done.
yep. This is the GGP Extra. But yeah, I got plenty of rakes. I don't need any more. I'm not buying rakes. Like my Moki set, it has no rakes in it. Um, I didn't buy any rakes from Bare Bones. I have rakes in the multi-pick set. I have rakes in my Jimmy Long sets. I have rakes in my what's it called? Covert Instruments. I have rakes in my Southern Specialties sets. I got tons of freaking rakes. I don't need any more.
man,
Oh
trying to
boy.
get an open on this. Yeah, then next time I'll probably pin this up to 4 pins.
So you have 3 barrels in it right now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still a bit of a problem because of the bidding.
I've been screwing off. I've been talking so much and I haven't been cooking. I need to get this NASA open.
I also have to start scouting for a couple of locks for what is that for purple belt. Cause yeah, right now so the gin stuff, putting a halt on that one because of the filming issues.
Okay.
So barrels aren't going as good as I thought. So I'm really
Oh
thinking
no.
about doing the different locks. It's too bad that Chevy left because I wanted to ask him about the Lockwood twins. How bad are those? Because I was just watching
Uh,
a couple of YouTube videos on how to pick them. Some of them have like normal pins inside, only a couple of spool pins, which kind of makes them a little bit of a easier target than the Rukos, I guess,
okay.
in my opinion. But then again, I haven't tried picking them, so I have no idea. And then I also have the Mega Cross in there, the MNC Matrix, and then some other ones that I should probably try out when I have the time. See which one is easier to pick.
Mega Cross. Alright, so we're open. Finally. Jesus.
Oh, there we go. That's the one with the 6 gins?
No, this is an ASA 700 with gins in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 700 with gins. Yeah, I this week I have been back and forth on this 600 with barrels. I had 5 pins in it. I could pick it no problem. Put the 6 pin in, it's unpickable. And I struggle, go back to 5 pins. Pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it, put the 6 pin in, still can't open it. Pick, nothing. And I've been back and forth 3 times this week.
I see.
Yeah, it just, I mean, it just is. It's just, I think that barrel pins are my kryptonite
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, Ray, if you really want to find out if it's really the barrel pins that are causing the problem, try and get a lock with an easier bidding and see if it's really the barrels. Because in my opinion, for us, for the two of us, I don't think it's the barrels that are causing the problems here.
You know what?
It's the weird bidding
I
plus the
could.
barrels.
I have a twin combi here. The pins are the same. I could swap out those 2 low lifts for higher lift pins and see if it changes anything.
Okay.
That's super smart.
What about the key?
No, the key just won't work anymore.
Yeah. And how will
I mean,
you?
you can always shim it from the back if you have to get it open. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe grab the lock maybe from the top.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I don't need to do that because it's got a plate up top. The
Oh,
plate
really good.
actually comes right off. I mean, it doesn't come off easy, but you can.
Oh, careful.
I had to, yeah, I had to take mine off because. There you go. Ooh, come off. Boop-a-doop, boop.
You see, this is something that I've never seen. Okay, you have a plate on top, and then you have grub screws in there.
No, there's no grub screws. It's just the plate.
Oh, and those are
But
springs? I don't see that
yep,
correctly.
yep, those are springs right up there.
Oh, wow. Okay. There we go.
Because what had happened was the plate, whenever they put it on initially, it had trapped the very end of spring number 5 and 6, so I couldn't get the springs out. So I'm like, crap, I got to remove this top plate because I need to be able to get these springs out to progressive pin it, to you know, gut it for a belt or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta freaking fix this. So I pulled the plate off, and it's fine now. But stuff that back down. Let's use this. Beautiful.
Nice. So yeah, you can actually do that. So
Yeah,
swap
so I
out.
could do that if I need to. Just pull the plate off the top. I was thinking about doing that actually with my getting some of that plate material and doing that with my Gold P, because it's really hard to gut because of the format that it is. It's a mortise, um, but it's like an extra super long mortise. So you can see where the Bible ends right here. There's like freaking half an inch of mortise after it. So that
Oh,
plug, the core, is super, super long. So trying to hold the two ball bearings in as you're pushing it in, it's really hard to like freaking get the thing in. But if I were to remove this top plate and replace it with a plate that I can slide in and out, or grub screw it even, because this plate here has like score marks on it, and it's made to like, if you pry on it, it's going to come out in pieces.
huh.
Who did I
Interesting.
see do that? I think it was Norland that I saw do that. He drilled out this part right here so he could get access to pin number 1 because it's right up front there. And then he
Oh,
pulled the plate out and replaced it with a brass plate that he could slide in and out.
huh. Interesting.
That actually might be what I do. What I'll do is I'll probably get some of that brass plate, pull the plate off, drill out this front part, and I think I'll put a grub screw in the back, just in the brass, to hold the plate in so that the plate doesn't slide out.
Oh, and this is your goal P.
Yep. This is my Gold P.
Hmm.
I hate this lock. Lock's hard as hell.
Yeah, yeah. Again, the bidding, I think,
Yep,
because
I can pick.
these things also have like barrels inside, right? Or gin
It
spools
has
and stuff.
gins. Yep,
Gins,
it's
right?
ginned up. This is mine for the Gold Z. I can pick this one no problem.
Oh yeah, this one looks much more forgiving.
Yep. I mean, it's still a hard lock. It's 7 pins, and there's freaking. Actually, I don't think that there's any standard pins in mine. I think they're all gins. Well, they're gins or the really deep spools that they put in. Um, but there are no standard pins in mine. But I can pick that no problem all day long. This freaking Gold P, it just fights me, fights me, fights me. Pick it with, what do we want to pick it with? Let's pick it with a Jimmy. Where'd I put my Jimmies?
Yeah, and in my case, once I pin this one up, this will be a nightmare to pick, because then you have number 2, which
Oh,
protects number 3, and number 4 is already protecting number 5. But that one I can slip by with a short hook, so that's not big of an issue. But this deep cut here on number 2, that could be a huge problem, because then you cannot use the middle of the keyway. You definitely need to keep picking from the bottom, because once this here 2 starts binding, it will block me from
okay.
reaching 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, no wonder I couldn't open these locks in the past.
That's it. Ooh. God, this lock is so freaking hard. I don't understand it.
Anyways, I'll have to pop off in 10 minutes, because I'll go out into the park and have a bit
Okay.
of a walk, and I'll be back in an hour or so. I'm not sure if the stream will be up in the next hour.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, whenever you cut out, we'll just freaking end it for the day, because we've been on for two and a
Okay.
half hours. And honestly, I think that there's a couple people left in the chat. So we'll give this goal P here 10 minutes of my undivided attention, and we'll see if we can get it open. If we can't, we'll just wrap it up for the day. We can both enjoy the rest of our Sunday.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
Who all's left in the chat, by the way? I'm not sure. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's Ryan Fitz and Not Too Dead, still kicking. That would be my guess. Let's see if I'm close. Roll call. I know that one of the people watching is me, because I'm logged in and watching it to keep an eye on the chat,
Oh,
just because it's easier than looking at the tiny screen of my phone.
still haven't managed to set up that notebook yet.
No, I've not. I need to buy a web, like a logging camera or whatever, and set it up. I haven't gone around to it yet, because honestly, something happens every time, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to buy that, and I just don't buy the camera. So, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago? This came out, a new pocket knife steel, AR-SF2, a powder form steel. It's kind of like, I checked out the formulation. It's kind of like BG42, but in a powdered form. Super nice knife, but I had to have it. And then the last 2 weeks, freaking Jimmy Longs has done a drop.
So
And the first one,
that's where all the money went.
that's exactly. The first one, I needed to get the intermediate set and gems that I missed out on earlier in the year. I was never able to get them, so I bought a set and backup of each of those. And that's what I did on the first drop date. He's got those, and then the second drop date, he had that prototype in it. I'm like, crap, I need to get that prototype. So I had to buy another order so that I could get the prototype. Prototype's super nice. I'm assuming that somebody's going to come out with some handles for it, or
Yeah, definitely.
you could definitely just get some micarta or some kind of handle material and make your own. I'm sure it wouldn't be that difficult. Just lay the pick on top of the micarta, drill the 3 holes, pin it with some brass, peen it over, and then give it a grind or whatever. I'm sure it wouldn't be that super difficult.
That's definitely doable. But yeah, I also need to make a couple of handles. I got some salt ore coming in. The giveaway that I won from New House Lock and Key. I don't think those have handles, so probably have to design some.
Oh, cool.
Same for these rich picks here. 44 Delta has some nice rich pick handles, but they cost like $4 or $3.90 or something like that.
Yeah, his the mechanism that he's using now, the method of attaching the handles is freaking genius. I love it. Because his first set, they were press fit in, and then he came out with the new version, and boy, are those superior.
Oh yeah, you can just slide in the magnets, right?
Yep. So the
Yeah,
first batch was these ones
oh, yeah.
with a press fit in, and you see this is what happens. You see this magnet came out, it's stuck to the first magnet. Now I gotta put it back in the other side, flip it upside down. There we go. So this is the first version, press fit in. Still good, for sure. But the second version with the trench that they sit down in, set it down in the trench and then slide it over. Oh,
Yeah, such
genius.
another nice design, yeah.
Genius. God, they're freaking nice.
And
I
he
love.
sends his own magnets with those sets, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Those magnets need to fit those holes, right?
Yep. The good thing is, and they kind of like click into place, and they stay. I've never had any move on me or anything. Um, the thing is, I had an issue with the uh, this batch that I bought. This one here I bought. It came no problem. Then I bought this batch with the ones for covered instruments and Mokies. I ordered that one, and it was like I don't know 12 pick handles with the magnets, and he shipped it to me, and it still hasn't came.
Oh yeah, that's the one that probably got stuck somewhere.
That's exactly what I think happened. I think that it went through one of their sorting machines, and there's so many magnets inside that it thunk, stuck to the side of some machinery somewhere, and it's just stuck there. And until somebody, goes through, I'm sure that they go through every now and then and look for stuff that fell off the conveyor belt or is hung up somewhere. I'm sure that they check it every now and then. Eventually, 6 months or a year from now, this package is probably going to come.
Yeah, some extra
Yeah,
handles.
that's it. That's what I said. He was like, "Oh, I'll replace that, no problem. It should have came by now. Something happened." And he, you know, good stand-up guy. He sent a replacement for it, and I was like, if they ever just show up, I'll either send you some cash or I'll give them away to somebody, or they'll go to a good home.
Yeah, Ishland's doing some nice business there.
For sure, man. It's like it was. I expected covert instruments to get into this game, and I'm not sure what's going on because they bought out um, Tony Borelli, 3D Locksport.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
expected them to, since they bought the company, that they would have his printers and that they would, you know, be selling the stuff that 3D Locksport does, but they
Mhm.
didn't.
But they had Tony Worley, I believe, on live stream on Lady Luck's live stream once,
Yeah.
and that was the first time when they showed the Apex set, or maybe
Yes.
my speculations, maybe some of the Apex cases might have some 3D printed parts, maybe. Who knows?
That's possible. They may have brought him on for prototyping, but I expected them to like still keep on his line of products. Maybe they will. Maybe they will in the future. Maybe they're just freaking getting other stuff in order first. But
Hmm.
you never know.
Yeah, it's some nice stuff there, especially the followers, where you can just swap out the ends of the follower. That was ingenious as well. Or the lighted followers, for example.
The
Pretty
lighted
useful stuff.
followers are really a cool idea. You got one, and it is so bright. Oh, so bright.
It is, yeah.
Almost too bright.
I had to
It would
dim
be,
it.
yeah, it would be nice if somebody would send one that had like either multiple levels of light or something. Something. I don't know. Locksport people are pretty smart, and if there's an issue, somebody usually solves
Uh, it's not that easy to cram in all that electronics in there and keep it maintainable.
it. Yep, I can't imagine. One of these days, I was thinking about maybe one of these days I'll get a 3D printer. I don't know. It's just I don't know if it I do enough get enough 3D printed stuff that it would make sense for me to do it. I don't know.
As for me, I don't have it locally right now with me. I have it in a different location. But I have multiple printers. Uh, I'm just not using them right now. I find the designing stuff for it somewhat fun.
I'd buy that. I got too many freaking hobbies, honestly. I was talking to Stu earlier about, I like pocket knives, and I see myself getting a forge one of these days, a home forge.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
just, I know. So I'll have amateur radio, knife collecting, knife making, freaking lock picking, like, oh God, so much stuff. I do so much weird stuff. Oh, and I play guitar too. I played guitar since I was like, 11.
Oh yeah, you mentioned you were in a band or something.
Yeah, I was a lead guitarist for a metal band for a long
Oh,
time.
oh, nice.
And that's what COVID does. It kind of made it. And it was like, oh, I quit. I'm done. I've had enough. Tap out. It was like because you make money when you go out and you play shows, but
Yeah, definitely.
I still have a full time job. It's like a side gig where you may do a show on a Thursday night or on a Saturday night or whatever. Um, you make you know $5,000, $8,000, but you never make enough money to pay for everything that you paid for all year. You know what I mean? Because you're paying for studio equipment, recording stuff, amplifier heads, tubes, guitars, strings, microphones. Just the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Um, but the goal was always to break even one year, which I did in 2019, right before COVID. So if there was ever a time to quit, I figured that was the best time because it was like the peak. I finally broke even. That was my goal.
Huh. Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do with Locksport one of these days. Maybe one of these days I'll have 1,000 subscribers, and maybe I could make my YouTube channel break even. Could you imagine? Wouldn't that be a cool goal?
Well,
Where you
yeah,
could like
It's possible you're already at 300. So,
Yeah, like you could buy locks with the money or buy lock picks with the money. It would be so cool if it was self-sustaining because I know that YouTube's already making money off me. They're already putting ads on my videos.
nice.
So like Lady Locke said, if they're making money off you, you should get your cut. So one of these days, maybe I'll get my cut.
Definitely. My brother also had a channel back in the days, and he was like making parodies of some series.
Okay.
And I don't know, his first couple of videos got like a couple of 100,000 views at the first time, and he had many
Whew.
subscribers. But at the start, he didn't know how to monetize his stuff, so he lost so much money there. I remember
Oh,
that.
I mean, it's just.
And then he never figured it out, so he gave up afterwards. Now he has a normal job.
If I've checked mine. There's criteria that you need to meet. It's basically a number of subscribers and then a number of watch hours. So you
Oh,
need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours.
oh,
And at the rate that I go now, in a year's time, I will have 3,000 watch hours. Because I have, I don't know, 1,300 or something watch hours right now. And
yeah.
I think the average is 320 hours a month or something. 300, no, it's 380 hours a month is my current average. So if you take that times 12, it's over 4,000 watch hours in a year. So as long as I keep the pace going that I'm going now, as soon as I pick up the 200 more subscribers, we can actually get a little bit of cash from YouTube.
That's sweet.
Oh, Ryan Six said that he likes his blade profile. So do I. It's freaking awesome. It's like a sheep's foot. This is the CJRB Hectare Alt in ARSF2 steel. Has a nice canvas micarta handle, axis lock. The Omega springs are super strong, super snappy. Um, it's outrageously sharp. Like I just bumped my hand just now, and I'm freaking bleeding. Um, but anyway, takes a super wicked edge. Um, Titanium pocket clip I added to it, but God, it's a nice knife. My absolute favorite right now. Oh,
I'm trying to get an open here. No
looks like
third.
we're gonna go swap this out for something that I can get open quickly. Let's go for this one. Here's the keys. All right, get a quick open before Wolfgang's got to cut out of here. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can get it in the next minute or two.
All right.
Let's use Jimmy Long's gem. Oh, I can't wait till tomorrow when this stuff comes in. Oh, I'm so excited.
Might as well make a video again.
I definitely going to. Actually, I want to do a video about this knife too. It's a really nice knife, and I tell you, they made it to uh, have good edge retention, and it definitely does. It takes a wicked edge, and it's pretty nice. But yeah, do one of the Jimmy Longs because I ordered the pics that I have of Jimmy Long's right now fit in a Jimmy Long's tool or the Book of Secrets, the one from Lockjaw,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Yep.
so it fits in that case. So because I got things that I don't have, it's not going to fit in there. What the heck is that? What kind
I
of
also
piece of
ordered
stairs or
one
something?
of those Book of Secrets cases. Still at Luce's place. Really
Oh
looking
my
forward
God,
to.
you're gonna get a freaking gigantic box of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That's lots of stuff that I ordered.
Is that what you did? Did you like order everything and just have it sent to his house?
Yeah, but I asked beforehand, of course.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that more people don't do that because Jimmy Long's Covert Instruments, there's a lot of places that they don't ship to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like somebody just said, "Hey, if I send this stuff to your house and then send you, $50 shipping, can you send it
Oh
to me?"
yeah, with covert instruments, we had to explain the situation because they sent me an email thinking that the order was a fraud,
Oh, okay.
bank card fraud. Yeah. Oh
Well,
boy,
that was actually kind of good of them. You know what I mean? They
it is. Yeah.
recognized something and then reached out to you to say, "Hey, I think somebody has your card number."
Exactly. Exactly.
Geez, it's
But yeah,
better
no.
than the freaking bank does. I had somebody hack my Walmart account one time, and they ordered. I was looking at my phone because I have my phone set to get an alert anytime that any charge hits my account that's more than $50. So um, I looked at my phone, and there was like a $300 charge and then a $350 charge on that. I'm like talking to my wife, and like I call her from work, and it's like, "Did you just order like you know expensive stuff, a freaking television or something?" And she's like, "No." So I looked at my Walmart account, and there was a New Jersey curbside pickup order for two sets of like Star Wars Legos, and they were like over $300 each. So I hurried up and canceled the order, and changed the password on my Walmart account, and then canceled my bank cards and blah 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 blah. But the bank didn't stop it. I freaking had to catch it. That's cool that Covered Instruments actually looks out for their customers that well.
Yeah, they do. So it's actually because they also explained well why they stopped the order, and that was actually a good way of doing it. I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't, the thing is, if you specify a different address from where the card is registered, and you also specify the same place as your billing address, then it's definitely very suspicious, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing that they cracked down.
Yeah, I like that. It's actually really, really nice of them to do that. Oh, open. Good.
Oh, nicely done.
I can't pick this in frickin' Vice. The feedback just felt weird. I think I'm just so used to picking it in hand that the feedback just feels different.
Oh yeah, in hand it's a little bit different. I remember
Yeah.
picking up my first Lotto in hand. It was the the red for 410 from Master Lock. As soon as I got it from Amazon, I got the delivery. I sat down and opened it in 10 minutes. That was so nice.
Yep. I love Lotto locks. Those are they teach you things. You know what I mean? They teach you all about spools, and they're cheap as chips. They're only 5-10 bucks a piece, depending on where you get them from, and you can line up freaking 10 of them in front of you and just run through the gamut.
Yeah, and they are actually fun to pick because the what is that? The spools which are inside, they give you such nice feedback. So definitely great beginner locks or intermediate. Let's put it that way because they aren't for beginners.
Yeah, I see that.
And I'm getting nowhere here. Just when I thought I figured it out, it just gave me the finger.
That's the way it always is, isn't it? That, and I really like these 406s because they have that nylon shackle. Boy, they're so light you could throw a few in your pocket and
Oh
like
yeah.
pick them if you're like sitting in a doctor's office waiting room, or sitting at the pharmacy waiting for them to fill your prescription or whatever. Just super convenient.
Oh boy, if I did that at my house, the doctor's place, I think people would freak out. That's for sure. Picking locks in front of them. Ray, you still there? I think you left the stream. All right, we're getting there. Nice full set. Need to be really careful in picking that pin in the back. Number 5, that is, yeah. Ray, coming back? Well, it says the stream is still live, but I don't hear Ray. Oh, he's playing the phone in. Okay. Let's get this open. Let's try a deeper hook. Number 3 is hanging pretty badly. Oh, come on. Deep hook from the bottom of the keyway. See what happens. 3 feels picked. Let's see. Number 5 looks good. It's only number 4, which is real weird one because it doesn't go up too high. But if I nudge it too much, it always sets. That's the only pin that I can always set in this configuration. Let's see. Oh, something dropped. Let's see. Oh, it's number 3. Welcome back, Ray.
Oh, what a schmuck. Oh,
I was a
oh
little bit
my goodness.
surprised where you went.
That's exactly my phone died. I didn't even get a warning.
Oh, well.
Oh well. Hey, at least I ran everybody off. There's nobody watching now, so
So it's a good time to end the stream, I guess.
actually there may be maybe 2 people watching because I don't now that I think about it, I don't think that it counts me as a watcher because it's my stream. I don't think that it counts me for the time that I'm watching, chilling out watching the uh, chat. Because earlier there was said that there was like 4 people, and there was actually 4 people in the chat that wasn't me. So I think that there's actually 2 people watching. Probably Ryan Fitz and somebody lurking in the background. There we go, and we're open. We'll call it a day. That way, Wolfgang can go do his daily exercise and see the sun and get some fresh air.
Well, I won't be seeing the sun because it's
Oh yeah, it's nighttime now, huh?
it's 4 p.m. here, and the sun will go down in half an hour. It's winter time, so now days are becoming shorter and nights are becoming longer.
Yep.
So I have to deal with that. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny. It's my birthday is the shortest day of the year.
Oh wow, really? When is that? In December?
Yep, December 21st. That's the winter solstice.
Oh wow, yeah, that is. I remember. Oh shit. I remember that day because that's one of those days when in elementary school when we went to school in the morning it was still completely dark, and when you went home it was still dark.
Yeah,
Inside the school you had some daylight, right? But then
yeah.
once you went out it was complete pitch black. Around, well, what is that? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Yeah, in the afternoon, and it was
Oh,
already dark.
ew. I don't like this. I forgot. I never picked this before. I got this lock and then um,
Oh.
almost immediately lost it, and then I found it this morning.
It's the classic, right? The
Yeah, it's a multi-lock classic. You got
ooh, that's a
two
nice
low
lock.
lifts, 2 low lifts in the front, and 3 high lifts in, or
In the
three
back.
high lifts in the front and 2 low lifts in the back.
Yeah.
And that one, those look almost like you may not touch that center pin at all. Really, that's
Uh,
really freaking low.
what's with that last? Is there a pin after those low lifts? No, right?
No, you got the low lift there, low lift. Jesus, can't get it to focus. There we go. So you got a low lift, and then 3 high lifts right up front.
Oh, 5 pins you have. Okay.
Yeah,
Pin and pin. Okay, now I get it.
yeah.
It doesn't look that.
No, it doesn't.
Smart.
I'm gonna try picking this, I think, today.
Oh,
I've been trying to spend, at least 20 minutes or half an hour a day picking some kind of dimple lock. Like I was picking these yesterday, the purple
yeah,
belt,
but
and then this one here is probably, I would say that this is probably blue belt level. I don't think it's on the list, but it's 10 pins, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Pretty straightforward dimple lock. I'm guessing it's probably blue belt level, I would think.
it has a high pin count, right?
Yeah, it's 10 pins.
10. Could be purple.
Yeah, but I got freaking a,
Because the thing is, from what I've seen, so for example, there's the Yale Superior or the Platinum, right? Those have like
yeah,
7 to 10 pins and only like 2 or 3 security pins, and then you have like 4 sliders or something like that. But even those locks are qualified as a purple belt. So I think that lock you just showed is more closer to purple, I think.
yeah, I just, honestly, it feels like I just started dimple locks like a few months ago. And I'm like, oh, I don't have that many dimple locks. But now that I'm looking around here, I have a crap pile of dimple locks. Like we got a multi-lock interactive clone here. We got 2 interactive pluses, which are what, brown belt.
I am.
2 interactive with the serrated pins, also brown belt. We have a Kaba 8. We have a Kaba Quattro. Gold D. Another gold D. Uh, Gold V18. We got 3 of these. We have a metal 9X2J1. 9J2X1. That's 9J2X1. That's like a
Huh.
9 pin dimple lock in 2 rows.
Yeah, 2 rows. Yeah, those are
And the
nasty.
Secure Me K22, 2 rows, 11 pins. But I didn't realize I had so freaking many. Like, what the heck was I doing? Like, I don't
Well,
remember buying so freaking many. Like, what's going on here?
it's always a good problem to have more locks than fewer locks. You have something to play around with.
Yeah, I got probably, I don't know, 20 dimple locks. I didn't realize I had so many.
Nice. All right, Ray, I gotta take off. Thank you very much for hosting me and having me. We'll see each other again next Wednesday, right? In the
Yep,
evening.
beautiful. I'll see you then. I'm going to probably schedule it today. That way, it may show up on some people's feeds for them to schedule it in. So, anyway,
All
thank you so much for coming. Let's say goodbye to the people in the chat. I'm sure Ryan Fitz is still there. Thanks for coming. You're always great support. I appreciate you hanging out with us every live. And I'm not sure who else is there. So, anybody want to raise their hand, or we'll just call her quits for the day. So, anyway, thank you everybody who showed up, and thanks to Wolfgang. Thanks to Stu for coming. And Chevy. Chevy came today. I missed him. He's been incognito for a while, so it was good catching back up with him.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
All right, we'll catch you guys next Wednesday. Well, actually, this Wednesday for Rock Out with Your Lockout, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I'm going to be recording a blue whale challenge video today. So that's kind of the goal to get done today. And I forgot to put out my progressive pinning video, so we got to do that too. Oh my goodness, what a slacker I am. But we'll try blue whale and put the final pin in the Packlock 98 Pro so that we can move on to my kryptonite, the Asa with 6 barrel pins. So Anyway, thank you everybody who showed up.